Okay, work. Double work. Hey, y'all. Hey, everybody. Hope y'all are doing well today. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Welcome in, y'all. Welcome in. As trains barrel by. Okay, so, hopefully it's not too loud for y'all. Hopefully it's not too loud. We're gonna let some folks come on in. Come on in. Let me know how you're doing in the chat. What's up? What's up? Hope y'all are doing well. Hope y'all are doing well. Again, let me know when you come on in. Let me know where you're at. Let me know where you're at. Currently in New York City. Hope y'all are doing well. Do. I need to figure out how to get this working. Hold up, TikTok. I gotta figure out what's tea with. Um, okay, South Carolina, come on. Let's put this on this side. What's up, y'all? What's up? Let me know where you're at in the chat. Where are we at? Okay, South Carolina. I'm from South Carolina. What part of South Carolina? Let me know where y'all are at. Let me know where y'all are at. We're gonna just basically get into it. Talk about what y'all want to talk about. Columbia. I'm from Columbia. Let's go. Northeast. Okay. Oh, thank you, thank you. What's up, Aquarius? Let's go. Let's go. Come on, England. How are you doing? How are you doing? I was in England in 2022. I need to go back. I was in Sutton, in London. How y'all doing? How y'all doing today? Come on, Arizona. Let's get it. I lived in Colorado for a little bit. Very close to Arizona. Okay. Stay tuned, y'all. Stay tuned. We're going to get into it. If y'all got any questions, we're going to talk about it. Y'all got any gossip y'all want to talk about, we're going to talk about it. Okay. Remember last time I was talking about the election. We're not going to get too much into that. Okay, New York, let's go. I was talking about the election, and I don't know if y'all saw about the ballot boxes, what's been going on with that. I told y'all about Mercury retrograde in the middle of a lot of stuff going on, and when the election was getting revved up and a lot of things were happening, and now look at what's going on. I'm telling y'all, things are gonna be in an interesting turnaround. Okay, things are gonna be interesting. Also, we don't have any likes. We don't have any likes on the TikTok. Like it up. Like it up. Okay, got, like it up. Like me up. Like me up. Cause we're gonna talk about it. 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 Okay, this is the Water Bears tea where I spill the tea. We talking about it all. Okay, anything and everything. All right, we're gonna get into it. Okay. The last live, someone was asking me about my predictions on the election. And I'm not going to share too much, but all I'm going to talk about really is a lot about tomorrow. Please get out. I need to get some moderators in the chat, but it's okay. And with Kamala and that happening right around Mercury retrograde, right when she said she was going to start and run, it was right at stationing of Mercury retrograde. Okay, which says a lot. All right, and I also mentioned and dropped some tea about if we can have a president sign on as a new president, can the inauguration happen while we are at war? Okay, I'm just gonna say those things. Then we're gonna move on to something else. Okay, so how y'all doing this Monday? How y'all doing this Monday? I hope y'all are doing well. Hope y'all are doing well. All right, chilling in New York City is kind of chilly. Okay, how many boyfriends do I have? I can't tell you that. Just kidding. So yeah, I hope y'all doing pretty good. Okay, doing pretty good in New York. If y'all got any questions, drop them in the chat. Drop them in the chat. Also, keep liking. I keep liking. I keep liking. I keep liking. Like me up. 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 Okay. Like I like the little taps too, because it's always fun. Anytime I'm on a live, I love when people are getting into the taps. Tap, 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 pause. Then do your own dance. We go tap, 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 pause. Then do your own dance. Tot, 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 pause. Then do your own dance. We go tot, 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 pause. Then do your own dance, okay? Thank y'all for liking. Thank y'all for liking. I hope y'all doing good on this Monday. Come on, shout out. Come on, I got you, Arsenal lover. Biggest fan. Are you my biggest fan, Arsenal lover? Are you following me? Have you been sharing my content? Okay. If you haven't already, make sure you're liking the live, following me if you're not following, okay? Because if you're asking questions and you're not following me, come on. You know what I mean? You reap what you sow, so make sure you're sowing good things, okay? But let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Where are y'all? Come on, India. Ugh, I really want to go to India. My next place of travel, y'all, I want to go to Martinique. Martinique. Okay. Has anybody been to Martinique? Let me know. Has anybody been to Martinique? What's the tea? What's the tea? Okay. Has anybody been to Martinique? Where people have been travel? Where have people been traveling? I am not trans, but love the trans community. Where have y'all been traveling? Come on, let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Where are we going? Where are we going? In Spain. You're in Spain. Okay. Where do you want to travel? I'm talking about the Sagittarius energy. Let's get into the Sagittarius energy. Where are we trying to travel? Where are we moving to? I do have a Cash App and a Zelle actually. It's the Water Bears Tea. Okay, if you look at the title, the Water Bears Tea. When I made the title, it's fierce title, but typing it is kind of complicated. Okay, but if you type it in the Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, I got it all. Okay. Actually, I don't think I have a Zelle. I don't have a Zelle, but I have a Cash App. That would be lovely. I always am open for donations. That's lovely. And the seeds you plant. Okay, we're talking about a lot of stuff, Alexis. We're talking about a lot of stuff. I'm on YouTube as well. That's why, y'all. I'm on YouTube and TikTok. Okay, I'm trying to get my YouTube community growing. Because the YouTube has like over almost 2,000 videos, y'all. Of a lot of information I've been sharing since like 2016 when I started my business. Um, so there's a lot of things. How can I reduce love handles and lower belly? Pouch, help me. Okay, I got you. I got you. I got you. The first thing you want to do is first not, you got to release the attachment to the outcome. Okay. And then you got to get into what you find the best thing is for your health and for what feels good to you. Okay? Because a lot of people do a lot of workouts and they're not losing weight because their cortisol levels are still super high. Okay. And so your body's still thinking you're stressed, and it's clinging in, and you actually will gain weight. This is why things get difficult. So you want to make sure if you're looking at losing weight, you want to make sure you're doing it in an easeful way. Okay. Um, in a way that helps to move things in a smooth way so that your body can relax into it, and then you'll be able to move forward. Okay. It's insane how walking, yoga, things that people think they need like intense training, that's not for everybody type. Okay. I notice people with blood type O, okay, O positive, it's not really the type. Okay, that's the extreme workouts is going to be benefiting you in the short term. Okay, maybe more long term if you're working on it. But hope that helps your question. Also, whoever said on YouTube, my Cash App is my name, the Water Bears Tea. Um, you can find me on there. It's like a picture of me like so yeah, I hope y'all are doing well. Keep dropping the questions, keep dropping the questions. I'm on TikTok and I'm on YouTube. Those are the two main channels that I'm trying to get moving, trying to get, ooh, oh my god, TikTok down, TikTok down, TikTok is down. Sorry about that, y'all. Okay, trying to also charge the accessories. Okay. um if you ask a man if he's been with a guy before and his face drops, what does that mean? What do you think it means? Okay, listen to your intuition. Probably. Okay, this is the thing. There's a lot we have to. Um, I'm all about normalizing curiosity. Okay, figuring things out. Not saying cheating on people and doing stuff behind the scenes. Not your head hurts, cosmic. um, not doing things behind the scenes, but a lot of people. Okay, Crane, come on. Do y'all know my name is Crane? Whoever sent the Crane, thank you. Okay, that is everything. I don't know if y'all know my name is Crane. Like, that's literally my name. So, like, what? For you to send the Crane, that just, like, made me almost tear up. Love the Crane, living for the Crane. Um, but think about, like, I have a lot of girlfriends, okay, and not like dating, but just like friends that are girls, okay? Have a lot of femme energy, so I attract a lot of femmes. And the amount of things they've done with girls while they're like drunk and stuff, okay, they're sampling and just doing whatever, okay? You don't think guys are doing the same thing? They are. I'm in those rooms with them, okay? A lot of dressing rooms and stuff. The guys that are more on the down low or just not fully out are gonna do more actually. You know, gay men in like locker rooms and stuff are super like keeping it cute, okay? It's always the men that like are trying to act so macho that like do the most gay stuff. But anyways, so hopefully that answers your question. But continue, drop stuff in the comments, I'm here to answer questions. I'm here to chat, talk about a little gossip, talk about a little tea, share some advice, whatever, you know, whatever you need, whatever y'all need. And yeah, make sure you're following my content and that kind of stuff. But until I see more questions, let's make sure we're hitting with them. Liking. We're hitting with the liking. Hitting with the liking. Hit it with the liking. Hit it with the liking. Like it up. Like it up. Like it up. Like it up. Tap the screen. Tap the screen. Tap the screen. Tap the screen. Plant the seed. Plant the seed. Plant the seed. Plant the seed. Bring it back. You're gonna harvest it back. You're gonna harvest it back. You're gonna harvest it back. You plant the seed. You harvest it back. Okay, whatever seed you plant, that's what you get back. Hey, every time I turn up, every time I turn up, TikTok is down. Sorry, Cosmic, I know that's another head shake. Can I dance? See, this is the thing. I am a dancer, professionally trained dancer. I don't have a lot of space for y'all to dance. I could do like a balance for y'all. Let me like balance and passe. What y'all want to do? What y'all want to do? I can do some hand choreography for y'all. Have I ever done this? It's super fun to do. When you're bored. Okay. Yeah, I dropped you on the other side. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Any advice on chasing a dream when my next step is clear, but the way is unclear? Ah, okay. Yes, 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 yes. When you are moving towards your dreams, first you need to know where Pisces is in your birth chart. Okay, that's going to help. That's the area of how we chase our dreams. Okay, but also it's the area of surrender and co-creation with the divine. If you really want to access your dreams, the moment I like kind of let go of the death grip on my dreams, that's when my dreams really were moving way faster. Okay, and so when you kind of have to take a step and then let life take a step for you. Like I got a new dream for my business, and with that, it came with me starting to envision it and then just kind of going about my day. And I started to see the dream in my reality. This is how this is advancing it. Okay. So this is a way that you can keep stretching towards your dreams by implementing envisionment, whatever you're seeing and putting yourself there. How would it feel to be in your dream? Like, what would that feel like? You know what I mean? Are there vlogs? Are there YouTube videos? Are there TikToks of people in your dream? What is it like? Okay. And then that's going to put you in that space and that energy, and then keep resonating with that. Hopefully that helps you out. You're scared to go outside, like they're going to steal my powers. Any advice? No. Okay, this is the thing. There is a lot of negativity in the world and a lot of craziness, and people especially are getting more desperate and doing crazy stuff. But when you are connected to yourself strong and connected to the divine, when you love and connect with yourself, that's instantly what happens. You're not in any mess. You're going to be protected from that. And this is also something you can do. On my YouTube, I have divine protection meditations. Okay, subliminal overnight. You ain't got to do anything. You can just go to sleep. Okay, it'll do it for you. Okay. My rings that I wear every day, I anoint them with my blessings. Okay, I also wear like tiger's eye, these kind of things, to put the intention of protection. As long wherever attention goes, energy flows. So before I leave, I have the intention of I'm going to have a great experience. I might meet somebody new. I'm going to have the great experience. Things are going to be good. I'm going to be protected from anything that is not in my intention. Okay, I don't have bad things happen to me because that's my intention. If you are afraid of like, oh, people are going to attack me or come at me and these kind of things, then you're going to be put in those spaces. Okay, so the divine can show you, hey, maybe don't think about those things. Okay. So hopefully that helps you out. There's so many situations. There was a recent festival in New York that I was invited to, and I was so tired. My stomach was upset. I kept going to the bathroom, which made me late. Okay, and then what ended up happening, there was like 3 shootings at the festival. Glad I didn't go, right? You know what I'm saying? This was the divine, like, hey, let's stall, let's keep you there so that you'll be good, okay? So that's one thing, you know, you don't want to attract things to you when you're in a place of empowered state of, I'm good, you know, everything, life is bringing to me what I need to see, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Then that's it. That's really it. Okay, what you believe you see. What do you think is the most important part of your birth chart to pay attention to? That's hard. That's like asking somebody their favorite food. Like, I don't know. That there's so many different, in what area? Important in what area? Okay, I think the North Node is extremely important, but everything is important. The Sun talks about how you gain confidence, how you can see yourself in life, how you move through life. The Moon's how you nurture yourself and make yourself feel emotionally validated. Mercury is your mental health, okay? Venus is what you're attracted to, how to increase your attraction vibration. Mars is your argumentation style, your passion style, your direction in life. Jupiter is how you have faith and your faith test and what you get from that. Saturn is the restrictions in the areas you restrict yourself and where you have to reset and restructure things. So you see how everything this is too much to too much to share. Sorry to just drop that on you. I'm like, and this and this and this. But this is why you got to make sure you're following, honey, to get the tea. Okay, there's a lot of things in this chart. I can't just share one thing. Oh, thanks for the rose. Thanks for the rose, Tony. Um, okay, nice. Oh, okay, Tony, you got the phone falling on the ground. Okay, shout outs to Tony. Yes, Tony's hooking the girl up. Okay, Tony. Much love, Tony. Kisses to you, kisses to you. Thanks. I love rose. I love roses. I'm talking. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I love flowers. That's one thing, y'all. If you want to get me anything, get me flowers. I love flowers. Okay, because I have to get them for myself. Okay. If you don't got anybody to get you flowers, get your own. Okay. Period. I get them on Fridays. Okay. Venus Day. Oh, thanks, Tony. Yeah, so hopefully that helped that question. I'm not able to see every question, but if I didn't get yours, just say it again, especially if you're on YouTube, because I haven't figured out how to show the comments. They pop up, but then they go away. Okay. So hopefully that helps out. What y'all sipping on? What y'all sipping on? Hopefully you're sipping on some tea. Okay, this is the tea, Water Bear's tea. I currently have some herbs. I have peppermint in here. There's some calendula in here. A little bit of ginger, and some sea salt. Mm, 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 mm. And it's doing good things. It's doing good things. It's doing good things. Um, Love the earth fruit smoothie. That's cute. Okay. What do you like to put in your smoothies? I love a lot of things in smoothies, but like, do you notice how when you put even like this much banana, it's like banana, the only flavor. Like I don't get it. So that's the only thing. Or like spinach, it just takes a lot of the flavor. You know what I mean? What else y'all sipping on? What else y'all sipping on? I'm here with the herbs, the tea. Hope you have some tea or something. Stay hydrated, y'all. We got the water. Okay, what y'all sipping on? What y'all sipping on? Drop it in the comments. Drop it in the comments. Hey, drop it in the comments. Hey, drop it in the comments. Hey. Also, can we I don't want to be too manipulative, but let's just make sure we're liking. Okay, let's make sure we're liking to get this to more people. You know the tea. You know the tea. You know what this is. I don't like when people talk about it too much, but like we're gonna keep doing our like parties. I'll get a dance in a second. But what y'all want to talk about? What y'all want to talk about? We definitely strawberry, pineapple, papaya, almond milk, and ocho body cream. Okay, give me one. Send me one. I want one. What? That sounds good. That sounds really good. Okay. But yeah, I hope y'all are doing well. What y'all want me to talk about? I also can talk about the energy. You want me to talk about what's gonna happen in November? How November is gonna be? Hmm? Lavender chamomile. That sounds good. Only thing with chamomile is like sometimes with chamomile, my body like either loves it or I end up vomiting. Anybody else have this response? I don't know if that's just me. I don't know what it is with chamomile, but like randomly I can just have a sip and then I'm like going somewhere. I don't know what it is. Okay, let's talk about November. Let's talk about November. So November's gonna be insane. Just not really. November's gonna be interesting. Okay, expect the unexpected in November, y'all. Already start to get your grounding practices in November because the energy is gonna be the opposite of grounded. Okay, it's gonna be very Uranian. All right, let me just say very Uranian. okay? Which is Aquarian, which is about change, all right? Transformation. We're also in Scorpio season, okay? It's very Plutonian, very Uranian. And anytime Aquarius and Scorpio get around, it's a lot of things being exposed, a lot of upgrades, a lot of revelations, a lot of breakthroughs, but also a lot of letting go, sudden breaks, sudden breakthroughs, but sudden change. Okay. This is what we're going to be seeing over these next few weeks. All right. So if you want the energy of, oh, I just hope November is stable and calm and peaceful, that is not going to be November. Okay. Once we get past November, things will calm down a little bit until we get into February and it's going to rev back up. Okay. But okay, December is gonna be more chill. We're gonna have Mercury retrograde and Mars stationing retrograde, so it's gonna be like skirt. Okay, the slowness is gonna come in December. Okay, things are gonna calm it on down. November is not that. November is not that. Okay, November is not that. If you have a busy schedule in November, I'm gonna ask you to also make sure you're planning in time for yourself. Okay, planning in time for extra rest in November, planning in some wiggle room in November. Okay, because it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be a little different. Okay, it's gonna be a little different. Make sure as I'm saying this, let's keep the likes up. People need to know what's going on with November. If you got somebody in your life that November might be kind of, you might want to share their live. Okay, or like take some notes. Okay, because November's energy is gonna be very, very interesting. All right, I'm gonna break it down. Let's break it down. Let's start from the top. We are in an 8 year in 2024. Okay, we're in an 8 year. All right, and 8 is all about Saturn. Saturn rules over the number 8, so it's about discipline, patience, hard work, restrictions, karmic cycles, a lot of things. It's a time of justice. Okay, tables turning. Saturn performs the best in Libra. All right, Libra is the sign of relationships and justice and harmony. Okay, meaning to get to true justice and peace in relationships, you got to have Saturn. Okay, hard work. But anyways, we just had an eclipse in what? Libra. Okay, this is emphasizing what? Saturn. Okay, and we just had also Saturn is doing a lot. We also the eclipse we had in September was conjunct Saturn. Okay, this whole year has been Saturn down. Saturn down. It's the year of Saturn. Okay, so a lot of rewards can happen this year. A lot of change can happen this year. A lot of realizations can happen this year, but through restriction, through perseverance, through patience. Okay. Now, as we move into November, guess what's going to happen? We're going to have a full moon in Taurus conjunct Uranus. Okay. Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius. All right. And you know what planet also, what planet also rules Aquarius as well? Saturn. Okay. So we're going to have a full moon in Aquarian energy. All right. A lot of things and situations that this is going to be great for a lot of people. A lot of situations where you've been restricted, you've been looking for a way out, you've been looking for a way, a new insight, new ideas to break you out, new zest in your life, change. Okay. Liberation from some restriction. That's coming in November. Okay. As long as you've been working on yourself, feeling that you deserve more, expect change in November in a positive way. Okay. But November also, the Saturnian energy, Saturn's going to go direct right at the time of the full moon. So all up until the full moon in the middle of November, things are going to be like resistance training. Okay. It's been feeling like that the whole fall and summer because of Saturn. Okay. It's extreme resistance training right now. Perseverance. People are feeling weary, tired, wanting to give up. Okay. Oh, thanks for the heart. That's so cute. Cotton candy. Delicious. Okay, what's up? Hey, girl. Make sure you're liking as well, y'all. Like me up, like me up, like me up, like me up. I'm gonna keep going, but like me up, like me up, like me up. Tap the screen, tap that screen, tap the screen 4 times. Tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap the screen 4 times. Tap, 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 and keep it going. Tap, 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 and keep it going. Tap, 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 and keep it going. Tap the screen 4 times. Hey, tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap. And tap the screen. Every time I dance, y'all, that's what happens. Okay, it gets lit. It gets lit. But that should be y'all screens too. Tap it hard. Tap it hard. tap it hard, tap it hard, tap, 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 tap it hard, tap it hard, tap it hard, tap it hard. Don't break the screen, don't break the screen, but tap it hard. Mm, mm. Don't break the screen, don't break the, ooh, 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 but tap it hard. Ooh, 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 don't break the screen, don't break the screen, but tap it hard. Don't break the screen, don't break the screen, but tap it hard. Okay, I almost broke mine. Okay, whoa, can we get the 4K? Can we get the 4K? Tap it hard. There it is, there it is. Can we get the 4.4? Can we get the 4.4? Tap it hard. Can we get the 4.4? Can we get the 4.4? Tap it hard, tap, 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 tap. Can we get the 4.4? Can we get the 4.4? Tap it hard. Okay. So let's continue into November. Let's continue into November. I don't want to make this all about tapping and dancing, but that is kind of fun, right? Okay. You got to come for the lives, y'all. Anytime I'm on the live, we're getting the energy up. We're getting the energy up. So as the ambulance comes, anytime you hear an ambulance and it feels like it's meaningful, it means sudden things, sudden change is coming, okay? And trust me, because I've tested it over 10 years, okay? Sudden change. There's going to be some sudden things happening. I'm telling you, November's going to be moving. We're going to be like, oh, 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 okay? November's going to be moving, honey, okay? And so we have this full moon, okay, in Taurus, conjunct Uranus, all right? Taurus is the area of stability. But ever since 2017, Uranus has been in there, the planet of instability. So it's been shaking us out of our comfort zone, okay? When we try to get comfort, we get shaken out of that. This is also why the Earth is like getting kind of real recently, okay? Uranus in Taurus. Next year, Uranus will move into Gemini. We'll talk about it. I have a whole series coming out about all 2025, okay? Because every single planet changes signs in 2025. It's gonna be real. It's gonna be real. We're really moving into a new era. That video I have pinned, okay? I'm not just talking talk, okay? I share whatever spirit is telling me to share. So we're coming to an end of a major era, y'all. I've been talking about this for years and it's happening right now. This is the time. Okay, Neptune has been in Pisces since 2012. Neptune is changing signs next year. Pluto has been in Capricorn since 2008. Pluto is changing signs right now, coming up in a couple weeks. Okay, Saturn has been in Pisces for 2.5 years. Saturn will change signs next year. Uranus has been in Taurus since 2017. Uranus will change signs next year. You get what I'm saying? All the planets. Jupiter has been in Gemini since earlier this year. Jupiter will change signs. Okay, Venus, Mars, all the planets are shifting energies next year. And the energy of Neptune is moving into Aries with Saturn. Aries is the first sign. Saturn and Neptune are in Pisces now at the end, really working and closing a lot of cycles, a lot of things coming out. We think we're moving forward, and it's like, oh my God, I didn't expect that to be coming out. Okay, there's extra stuff I got to work on. Moving forward, ow, okay, faith test. Okay, moving forward, ow, okay, learning more about myself. Moving forward, ow, I didn't know that relationship had to die as well. Ooh, okay. That has been the past year especially, okay, and last year. But soon we're going to have this energy of rough drafts and endings over, and we're moving fully into the future. And just trust me, even though it's been difficult, we're going to be grateful that we have been withstanding this. Because if you're getting to go, that it is sucky to be in a period of a lot of work. But you know what's worse? When you're moving forward into something brand new and then the past comes sneaking back, or you can't manage something amazing because you didn't really work on yourself enough and you have to lose it. Okay, what if that happens? You work your whole life for an opportunity and then you fumble the ball and you never get it to happen again. That's the kind of energy that can happen after this year. Okay, so if you have these big dreams, these big goals, trust the divine right now in the slow process, because it's not fast. Okay, the slow process of pruning and stretching of you so that you can get refined enough so that you really can be bossing it up moving forward. Okay, because a lot of people are going to be looking around like, oh my God, it's going to be too late. It's going to be too late. Okay. And they're going to be having to take years, at least 8 years, to figure it out. I don't know if y'all want another 8 years of this. I don't want another 8 years of this. Okay. So we're working through it. Keep pushing in, keep putting in the energy. Okay. So let's get back into November, because I'm telling you, there's a lot of stuff happening in November. November also, we're in the 8th year. November is a 1 energy. Okay. September was the 8, okay? October It's the 9 and the 8. We had to wrap up a lot of things, figure a lot of things out in October. This is in October. A lot of conclusions, a lot of things coming to, coming back from the past. A lot of like surrender. Okay. November is the 1 energy in the 8 year, which is new starts. Okay. But in 8 energy, this is giving new karma, new transitions, new change. Okay. Tables turning. This is when we're actually able to see this coming in. Okay. So this is going to be an interesting, this is November, all right? And then we have the full moon conjunct Uranus about liberation, which is going to be great for people, okay? Uranus rules the people, especially marginalized people, the underdogs, okay? Uranus full moon is there. The moon also rules over the people. Join the team, join the team, join the team, join the team, okay? Because as we grow, I'm not going to be able to see all the questions, but if you're on the team, honey, you can not only I'm answering your questions guaranteed, but you can send me questions in the DMs and I'm gonna answer them in the live stream. You can send me a good question. I make a whole live stream about it. Okay, help you out, honey. What's up, Queen Lala? Welcome in. That's a cute name, Queen Lala. I'm here for it, honey. So we talked about um the full moon in Taurus. Okay, this is gonna be a culmination of a lot of work around your worth. Okay, if you have been feeling like I deserve better, I need to be out of this situation. This has been so tough, and it hasn't been making things have not been making a way, and you've been trying to continue to push forward and figure it out. Okay. Also, if you have a lot of Aquarius placements, this is us as well because Uranus is our ruler. Okay, then this is our time of breakthrough. You're going to see a lot of change and liberation in November. Okay, but you got to keep that worth high. Don't drop and start getting to doubt. This is not the time to doubt. Okay, Queen Lala, come on, Aquarius. I knew we were vibing from the jump. Okay, fellow Aquarius, what's up? So, with Uranus coming in though, this is breaking us up. But Uranus is the only planet that sits on its side like this, rotating this way. Okay, and trust me, as an Aquarius with like 4 to 5 planets in Aquarius, when Aquarian energy up levels, it first has to hit rock bottom. Okay, and so this time period we're feeling this low and this restriction, but if you stay in that restriction you will get stuck there. Okay, so don't come into November with a whole bunch of doubt. Okay, Aquarius rules what card in the tarot? Aquarius rules the star. Okay, Aquarius comes right before spring. All right, this is the time right before things start to change. Okay, Aquarius is in the thick of winter. It's fixed winter, fixed air. Okay, and think about back in the day. Now we have like refrigerators and stuff like that. Back in the day, February was real up in the northern hemisphere. Okay, you could have ran out of food. It was about having hope in the dark. Okay, Aquarius is about having hope in the dark. Okay, so with Uranus here, we have been full moon coming completion. We have been in 6 months of trying to have hope in the dark in a restrictive situation. Okay, and now is going to be the time in November when you can break out of that. People are going to be suddenly breaking into beautiful blessings. If you have been, the only thing you need to do with Uranus, it's in Taurus, so Taurus is your self-worth. Okay, up leveling your worth and value. Okay, up leveling that. Okay, this is, and sticking with that, believing in that worth and value. Okay, you believe whatever else you believe about yourself, whatever you believe about yourself now, you told yourself is true. So I'll just shift it and upgrade it. Every time I do a reading for the collective, it's like low confidence, and I'm like, y'all, damn, up level the confidence. We gotta believe more. Okay, why not? Look at what where believing where you're at is. Okay, up level. Every time I up level my belief, life brings better things up in for me into my life, guaranteed every time. And the majority of my lessons are because I wasn't believing enough in myself. Think about it. Look back at your life. The majority of the lessons, a lot of the lessons are because you were not believing enough in yourself. You didn't ask for enough. You didn't hold the boundaries enough. You didn't have the faith in yourself enough. That's a lot of our lessons. The divine is not out here like beating us up just for no reason. It's really because we need to believe more in ourselves. So what I do, so I don't get all these lessons, is I start believing in myself more from the jump. Then life is smooth. Okay, so that is the energies. Okay, we're moving into November. It's going to be a lot of change. We're in a 1 month in November and an 8 year of karma. Okay, you either can jump into new karma of hard work, delays, depression, Okay, or you can jump out of that cycle. This is our opportunity to get out of that cycle. We've been in this kind of cooking stage to see how you're going to act when the divine's squeezing you, when things are getting difficult. Can you still encourage yourself? Can you still push forward what you believe? Can you still hold your confidence in yourself? This has been the test the past few months. Okay, it's been real. Okay, but we're about to have the breakthrough. Okay, because right around the full moon conjunct Uranus, this liberation, Saturn goes direct. Okay, so we have both energies of Aquarius active now. The full moon conjunct Uranus activates Uranus. Saturn is moving direct. This is now Saturn's energy. We can now structure and move forward again. Saturn's in what sign? Pisces, the co-creation with the divine. Now all the signs they've been sending you, you now will be able to implement and see. Okay, you will be able to see, wow, I was having faith, and now I see why. I see the silver linings. That's coming into November. Okay, you know what also happens in November? Pluto moves into Aquarius. Okay, so for Uranus to be active, Saturn to be active in November, and Pluto to move into Aquarius, what are the two ruling planets of Aquarius, y'all? Saturn and Uranus. Do you see what's happening? The Aquarian energy is lit in November, okay? And also the Scorpionic energy, because Pluto is the thing that's moving, the planet that's moving into Aquarius, the energies of Uranus and Saturn. So this is the time when we really can move forward into completely new timelines, okay? We really can, all right? Whatever you've been really deserving and wanting in your heart, and life has been showing you through restriction, whatever's been hard in your life, it's been to show you you deserve more. Okay, what would you rather be having in your life than the delays and the restrictions? What is that showing you? It's been helping us to be grateful and be humble, but at the same time, right before I get a breakthrough, it's been happening my whole life. Right before I break through, it doesn't get easier, it gets harder. The things I really want to change, it makes me even more frustrated. I'm like, oh, I need to get out of this situation. Okay, this is Uranian energy with Saturn, the restriction, so that when you're restricted, though, what do you start thinking about? Sometimes we don't think about what we want until we get restricted. Then we get really specific about what we want. Actually, I need this to happen in my life. I need this to happen in my life. I need this to happen in my life. And we start believing it more. That's what we have to do now, even though it's tough. This morning, I was waking up and I was like, I had to encourage myself for an hour, okay, with the situation going on in my life. All right, I was like, okay, we got this. Okay, encouragement pouring in. Okay, let me journal about this. Let me feel into the sitting, and literally I had to sit and just feel the feeling I was feeling of fear. Feel it. This is just Pluto right now. Okay, at the end of Capricorn. Let me just feel this and release, because I know better. I know there's so many things that have been proving to me that I deserve this. Okay, that this is going to happen. Let me just sit with this and trust this. Okay, and any feeling that came up, I had to, it's okay. It makes sense that that would happen because of my upbringing and stuff. It makes sense, but we gotta release that. We can't live that out. Okay, we cannot let Pluto overtake us right now. Pluto is testing us by making intrusive thoughts and feelings about your fears. Okay, I can guarantee any deep fear you have that, like, this might happen, it's not gonna happen. It's not. Okay, because really, when something is like, oh, that's about to happen, you actually have kind of calm. When life is like kind of tough and you know it's about to be tough, you're not like, oh my God. You kind of are like, life, the divine, like, when they're putting you through a tough lesson, you kind of have like calm that you can't even understand. You're like, okay, I guess I have to handle this. But when you're sitting and you're like, and then the worry only comes when you think about it, it's not gonna happen, y'all. This is Pluto testing us. Pluto has been in Capricorn since 2008, testing what you do when your survival is up at risk. When you feel like survival, like my food, my shelter, my well-being is tested, how do you react? Okay. Do you lose yourself and give away your power? That's been exposed to us the whole past since 2008. Okay. Pluto is here for the last time, showing you when things get tough, look at what you do. Look at how you act. Look at how you think. Look at how you feel. Okay. Look at the patterns you jump into when things get real. We need to finite that. Okay. Because the thing is, if we can stay calm, stay grounded. Okay, this is happening. I'm not gonna lose myself. This has happened before. I've been here. I'll be fine. I'll make it through. Okay. I might be nervous that this might happen, but it actually might not happen. Okay. If I'm only thinking about it when I'm in fear and it makes my whole body tight, When you're thinking about something that's gonna happen, your body's calm and even excited, okay? Or calm. If you're thinking about something and everything in your body's tight and it like makes you feel like you don't want that to happen, that's because that's not gonna happen. That's a sign that that's a no in your intuition. Think about when you eat something you don't want to eat. Your body goes, oh, this doesn't feel good. Same with your intuition. Sometimes we get stuck in a mindset and we're like, oh my God, this is making me so worried and down. It's because you're thinking about something that's not actually gonna happen. Okay. So we gotta not let Pluto take us over, especially if you have a lot of Scorpio placements, a lot of strong Pluto placements right now. Everybody really, Pluto is bringing it up in everybody. Okay. And we're in Scorpio season ruled by Pluto, so this is the time we have to like trust in the higher picture. Okay. Trust that the life does want the best for you. Okay. Trust that we can move forward. Things are gonna work. It's all good. Okay. And even though it doesn't look like things may shift, that's the point. Pluto is about darkness. Neptune is active with Saturn there. Okay. Saturn's restriction. All the planets of like fog and restriction and darkness are active right now. But they're also the planets of sudden change. Saturn is about reward after delay. Neptune is about your dreams coming after the fog. Uranus is about liberation after restriction. Okay? All these energies are going to bring sudden shifts and changes to us, but we need to trust. Okay? Saturn is in Pisces, y'all, since last year, and will be until the middle of next year. Wherever Saturn goes shows where your lessons are and what they are. Okay? And right now with Pisces, Pisces means the behind the scenes, the subconscious mind, the divine. Okay? So it means that a lot of the lessons are to trust in the divine. That's a lot. I do clients every day. I'm telling y'all, this is a lot of the message. Everybody's in a faith test right now. Everybody's in a place where they don't have certain control that they want to have control. Everybody. Okay, certain things could be good, going good, but there's certain areas where you're nervous, or you wish you had more control of the outcome. Okay, or you wish you knew more. You could be stepping into some unknown stuff. I'm glad y'all needed this. Make sure you're following as well and sharing. Okay, so you can, because I keep coming on. I'm gonna come on and keep bringing what you need. Okay, um, so this is a time where we have to solidify and ground in this. Okay, I know this is a time when, but it's the energy. It's a testing period. I can guarantee it. Okay, with astrology, we're being tested. Okay, but this is the point. We're about to move into a whole new era next year. All the planets change signs. I'm telling you. Okay, and when that shifts, the amount of groundedness that's going to happen is going to be amazing. Like, look right here. Y'all see the roots of this tree, this little baby tree. Okay, that's what we're building, the roots, so that when the wind comes of life, we're not going to be blown around. Okay, so trust where you're at. I said this in the last live. Looking back at my life and looking at all of the positive things that have happened in my life. Okay, all the amazing, beautiful things that have happened in my life. How much of those things really grew me? How many of those things really made me believe more in myself? How many of those things really told me I need to have stronger boundaries? Not a lot of them. Beautiful memories are amazing, but the growth, the points where I really saw more of myself, the points where I saw my strength, the points where I saw my skills, or when my skills were tested, when my strength was tested, when my confidence was tested. Okay? That, when my faith was tested, that's how I have strong faith. I'm a faith walker. My faith is like insane, but that's because I'm always in a faith test. Okay, boom. It was always the worst moments that made me my best self. Now, am I saying and like fall in love with the worst moments? No. Okay, honor the darkness. We wouldn't know hot if we didn't know cold. You get what I'm saying? Like we have to have both. Okay, but and there's purpose in both because a lot of the growth comes from the dark. Okay, so if we're in a lot of dark and things are feeling like, oh my gosh, and things are feeling like, what is going on? Look, since May, let's just go back to May. Since May, how much more have you learned about what you want out of life, even if hadn't shifted? How much more specific have you gotten about what is right for you and what is not right for you? Okay. How much more specific have you gotten about relationships? Okay. And what's been going on in relationships and what you want or what feels good, or at least you might know what you might not know what you want, but you might know, okay, I don't know. I know this doesn't feel good. Okay. How much more have you learned that? Okay. How much more have you had to rely on yourself? Okay. Since May, right? How much more have you had to surrender and question and open your mind to possibilities since May? Okay. How much more have you had to sit and like go back and forth and sift and like I don't necessarily know if this is right for me. All of these things I'm saying are the key points of a successful person and how they get to the top. An open mind. You need to be curious and not sure. When you think you know everything, that's the fastest way you're not going to get anywhere. Okay. When you remain open and to learning and open to seeing, that's the fastest way you can excel. Okay. So sometimes when we think we know what we want, think about how many times you thought you know what you wanted, and then life shows you actually it's this, and you're like, oh my God, I'm so grateful I didn't get what I wanted. I'm so grateful person, my ex, was not the one. I thought they were the one. I'm so grateful they weren't. Do you get what I'm saying? Okay. We got to sit with this. The reason things are hot is because things are about to be really good. Okay. The alignments are looking really cute. A lot of people, some astrologers are going to see all that Pisces and get a little bit like, oh my God, it's going to be messy. I see all of that energy. I have a lot of Pisces, and that energy is that gives the collective a lot of time to figure things out and to surrender. That means the divine's going to be moving next year. Okay. 2025 is a nine. All right. If eight is the year of karma and things being exposed, 2025 is the energy of things coming together, things concluding, things wrapping up to move to the new cycle. Okay. It is massive. And so we really have to trust this time. Things are tough because they're about to be really good. And if they're really tough, I was telling myself that a few days ago. I was like, I don't think I've even seen anybody in this situation. This is the most tough thing I've been through in a minute. But I also have been dreaming of really big things that I want in my life for the near future. So it makes sense. I'm dreaming of these big things. Why do you think life is getting kind of real? Okay. If you don't want life to bring you challenge, don't want any better for yourself. Okay. We have to learn to embrace the challenges because they're not forever. They really aren't. And when you embrace the challenges, then you actually are present in it so that when you get the reward, it's beautiful. Many people run from the challenges, and then when you get out of it, you're not even really present in it. And then you're out of it, and then the next minute you're back in another one. You don't even realize that you had the blessing. Okay? This is the time. All right. It is a very, very tough year, y'all. It's a very, very tough year. But this is for us to, why is it tough? Look at what you're desiring, okay? And look at what people, what we've been wanting. Look at what the world needs, okay? This is a lot of things coming in because of that. Okay, this is the only way, okay? And it's also deconstructing, Pluto's in Capricorn, deconstructing the system, okay? It's not just the systems you're seeing outside of yourself. We are indoctrinated into this world as well. We are conditioned from the jump, okay? Our mindset of development and progress, that's Capricorn, Pluto's there, is being transformed. Okay. And we're learning that growth, the natural way, looks different than growth the capitalist way. Okay. Or growth when whatever system it is. Okay. All right. The patriarchal way, whatever it is. Okay. Growth looks different. All right. The way that helps me through these times, I have to look at nature because that is the natural. And so the divine manifests what naturally, organically. Okay. Look at an egg. Think about a bird. Look at all the birds flying around, y'all. All the birds. There's so many birds, especially in New York. There's pigeons everywhere. Okay. Look at all the birds. Okay. What's up, Laura? How's it going on YouTube? All the birds. All right. Do you know for a bird to be able to get out of the egg, okay, it has to have a fight of its life. Okay. It has to peck and it hurts and it's stressful for that bird. But if the bird does not go through that process, it will never have the strength to fly. Do you see all the birds flying around? That means they all went through that tough process. Okay? Okay? You get what I'm saying? When I was younger, I learned this because there was a bird, I lived in the country. And yeah, I'm same name. I'm on live on YouTube and on TikTok because these are the two areas that I'm trying to grow. I have like 1,000 something videos on YouTube, y'all. It's really real. So many videos. TikTok is fierce, but YouTube, even long content, so many videos. Okay. But anyway, so I lived in the country growing up, and there was this bird, and I saw the egg, and it had like a little peck through, and I was like, oh my God, it's like trying to come out. It's trying to come out. Like, let me try to help it. So I'm cracking the egg to help it out, and I'm like, yeah, help the bird. Came back the next day, the bird was dead right by the egg, y'all. Broke my heart. Speaking of broke my heart, oh, thank you for the heart. And I was like, oh my gosh, like what is going on? But Sometimes we can't force ourselves out of the challenge. By getting out of the challenge too quick, you're not prepared. The bird was not prepared to even live because it did not go through that challenge of fighting to get out of the egg. You get what I'm saying? Think about how things begin naturally. Okay, you got plants, stuff like that. Think about how that begins. Seed in the ground, is that super exciting? Okay, the flowers and all the boom, boom, boom doesn't happen until a little bit later. Usually, when a plant starts, what's the first thing that has to happen? The roots come out first, usually. Okay. And what are the roots? Let's get into the hermetic principles. Let's get deep. Okay. The hermetic principles, it talks about the law of polarity. Okay. If something is in the physical, it also has a spiritual essence, so you can mirror those. So, if we see roots in the physical, yes, welcome. If we see roots in the physical, like roots, we see roots. There's a lot of, sorry about plants, I'm tearing them up. We see the roots, right? That means that there's a spiritual understanding of that as well. Okay. What are the roots in the spirit, y'all? Confidence, empowerment, okay, strength, courage, right? These are the roots in the spirit. Patience, perseverance, persistence, hard work, skill, okay? That's how you get those roots. So when life comes, you can rely on the things that are not, that are stable, that will not shake. Okay, life has been working on me for a long time, and the level of compassion I have, nobody can take that away from me. It's not going anywhere. The level of faith I have, nobody can take that from me. It's not going anywhere. Okay, I could lose everything today and nobody's gonna take my compassion, my creativity, my faith, my belief in myself, my belief in the divine, so I can get anything back that is lost. Okay, and I can stay positive and happy. The divine put me in many situations in my 20s especially where I had nothing, but I was the happiest in my life. Okay, I was able to find joy with nothing. All right, so that if something is lost in life, I'm not going to lose myself. Okay, this is what Pluto is doing for everybody right now, bringing tough situations, tough losses, tough pains. I've known a lot of clients and a lot of friends that have been losing people close to them recently. Tough, foggy, confusing situations, tough decisions in relationships, tough decisions with money, tough decisions with career, tough decisions with children. So many things. It's tough. But the point, though, we are at the end of Pluto in Capricorn since 2008, and Pluto is trying to see, are you going to lose yourself in all of this testing, or are you going to find inner resources, inner reserves to stay empowered as possible? Pluto rules empowerment, but the only way Pluto teaches is through disempowerment. Okay, so this is where we're at. Pluto's at the end of Cap. I'm telling you, in 2 weeks, when the eclipse, I mean, when the full moon comes and hits Uranus, liberation. Okay, when Saturn goes direct, movement forward. Okay, we have Pluto going into Aquarius, Pluto changing signs and leaving Capricorn. Pluto's not coming back for 250 years. Okay, it's major change. Okay, major shifting. Okay, and then we're moving into Pluto in Aquarius. The last time Pluto was in Aquarius was when the United States separated from England. Was when the French Revolution was happening. Was when the Spanish Revolution was happening. It's when the people had the power to change things. Okay, we're about to get back into that. It hasn't been around for 250 years, but notice a lot of the time, all those past cycles, the people were not in an empowered state. They were not empowered back then 250 years ago. Okay, they revolted, they did bring people down, but then they got back indoctrinated into older systems, because look at where we're at now. Okay, so it didn't change anything. So this is why things have been coming in bop to bop to bop bop in life. Okay, because it's getting the people to be empowered. And the only way you can be empowered naturally is through disempowerment. Just being real. That's life. It's life experience that showed me that, and the astrology. Okay. And so now we are more open. Like you said, thank you, Ma. We are more open now. Okay. Now we are more in a place of surrender. Okay. Now we're not clinging to tradition as much. Now, also, a lot of the systems and a lot of the things that we had faith and trust in, systems outside of ourselves, but also mindsets, certain comfort zones, certain things that we went to Gain clarity. Live will end in 5 minutes. Oh, hold on. Let me do this little test thing. Okay, hold up. Okay, word. Now we're back. Um, all of the energy we've been through is to test and so we can move forward and so that we won't end up back indoctrinated. Okay. There's certain mindsets and fears. Okay. There's been certain people with certain yearnings. Okay. But nervous of what people are going to say, what people are going to think, what people are going to, is it going to be appreciated? Aquarius is about unapologetically being yourself. So the Pluto, the energy of the power into the people, can happen if we are unapologetic. The people that are living unapologetic, living more authentically, even if it's just you're just beginning it. You've been nervous before, and now you're like, you know what? I want to live for myself, honor myself fully, love myself fully. You're gonna be good. That's all you got to do. Okay, and give the rest to the divine. Okay, that's it. Yes, right. It's like, why do you think I'm a robot and I'm talking on the live? But we really got to move forward, y'all. This is big. These are big times. Okay, November is coming and bringing a whole new energy, and whatever happens in November is showing energy of what's gonna come next year as well. The one energy is showing the energy of what's gonna we're gonna move into in this new start. Okay, then we have this Uranian full moon, which is going to help liberate and bring new awakening to the people. The moon rules the people. Uranus is awakening. Okay, this is a big shock. A lot of people are going to wake up that haven't already woken up. It's going to happen in November. People are going to, and how is that going to happen? Because of whatever's going to happen collectively. There's going to be certain things going on collectively that people are going to go, oh, I can't trust that anymore. You know what? No, we deserve better than this. You know what? No, I'm not going to do this anymore. Okay. That is what is going to be happening. And then people are going to be nervous, though. Like, well, what's next? What's going to happen next? And there's a lot of people that have already been going through this. I've been doing this for 20 years. What's going to happen next? Okay. When I decided, you know what? I know it's scary, but I can't be in the closet anymore. I've got to live myself authentically down in South Carolina. That was very difficult, okay, with my Southern Baptist family. But what did I do? Okay, I remain open-minded. I took gender studies. I also took Bible study. I wanted to know the T, okay? And that helped me to now illuminate myself, and I gained light in that area, and it was less scary. It wasn't scary anymore because I gained information. Aquarius is the age of information. So a lot of people are going to be stepping out on faith in a lot of areas in their life and trusting that the divine themselves, they will be able to make it work. And as long as we stay empowered in ourselves and in that belief, it will. But the second things get scary and crazy, and we're like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to make it. Oh my God, I need a savior. Oh my God. And we start to cling and have idolization over other things other than ourselves and the divine, then we fall. Okay. And so we gotta stay tight and right. Okay. In November, it's about to get really, really interesting. Okay. Um, and you know, a lot of things are going to be happening. Okay. So I hope that helped, though. I hope that helped. Hopefully that brought some insight to y'all. I'm gonna take a little sip of my tea. Take some sip of the water, y'all. Take a sip. Take a sip. Take a sip. Hopefully that brought some insight to y'all of why things have been happening the way they have, and some advice on how to keep moving forward. Okay. And that's just a taste. If you need to know your birth chart, you need to know where's Taurus. Where's Taurus at? Okay, that's where we have been working since 2017. Okay, to liberate ourselves. Okay, and this Uranian full moon hitting, all right, in the last year of Uranus and Taurus. Okay, this is gonna help break you through. Okay, where is Pisces? Where is Pisces in your chart? This is where you need to surrender and trust the divine. Okay, and with Pluto recently, it has been putting people in so many situations where they don't even know if the divine is real anymore. They're like really testing their faith. Like, I don't even know if I can believe what I believe. Keep believing, please. Keep believing, please. Okay. If you need a reading, I got you. Okay. Um, this is we can go deep into things. Okay. But also this is why I've been sharing so much content recently. Okay. I'm sharing a lot of free gems, y'all. I don't know if y'all realized. Okay, especially on TikTok and stuff. There's a lot of value in what I'm sharing. A lot. Okay. If you take that knowledge of the video and apply it, this can really shape and change some things in your life. I'm sharing a lot of things, okay? And it's not just me, it's from the divine. They want a lot of people to get aware, okay? And it's not just astrology stuff I've been sharing, a lot of stuff, okay? about values, what we value, all kind of stuff, because we have to get and look at the mindsets, look at what you think, how you talk to yourself, okay, how you think about a problem, okay, how you think about something that where you don't have control, okay, how you think about a goal, how you think about relationships, how you think about the world. We got to look at every aspect and see, is this honoring myself? Okay, is this what the divine would want for me? Because a lot of times we're putting lessons because we're not thinking enough of ourselves, or we're not talking in a more positive state with ourselves. And this is the thing, when you're like self-deprecating too much, especially if you're millennial, this was like a culture growing up for us. Like, it was like cute to be like, oh my god, my life is ever, like the worst ever. And even though it might be, but some people were just being dramatic with it. If you get lost in that energy, you lose the point of being in it. Okay, the amount of confidence I have is not just because of random like shallow things. Okay, the amount of confidence came from being in situations that I had to go through alone for many years by myself without resources, money, and I got so down, so self-deprecating, so depressed that I eventually shifted that and said, you know what? Wait, I've been the one going through all of this. I'm going through things that some people would not be able to handle a day. I'm handling this for years. I'm amazing. Wow. Like, wow. And I'm continuing to do this, and to, because I want something for myself. That's a lot of love for myself. I didn't even realize. Okay. Many times we are sometimes we have delusion around the love of ourselves. If you are still persevering, pushing forward, if you have a dream, and even though you falter and doubt, sometimes you still want better for yourself, that's the strongest action of love, is in action, y'all. It doesn't mean that you have all the affirmations and you have all the beautiful words for yourself. There's so many people that have all the beautiful words for themselves, but don't take self-loving actions. Okay. So, if you've been pushing forward and believing more and wanting more in yourself and believing that you can have it and continuing to push forward, this is the best way. Okay, exactly. Speaking negatively over yourself is the fastest way to bring yourself down, period. Okay. A lot of times I have to sit, anytime I get too frustrated in my mind, even about making choices, should I do this, should I do that? I have to say, because there's a lot of texts that say, come to the divine like a child. Okay, with the innocence. Okay, you don't have to have it all figured out. And right now, Pluto is testing our ego. Pluto is the opposite energy of the ego. Okay, Pluto does not like being in Leo, and it is a lot about destroying the ego and making us more humble. That we don't know anything. I mean, that we don't know everything. Sorry, we do know a lot of things, but we don't know everything. Okay, and it's humbling us. Okay, and right now, Pluto is making the ego part of yourself, the logical brain, almost crack. Okay, because you're trying to figure it out, but it's not making sense. You're trying to have faith and belief, but then this part of you is like, but how? And like, maybe not, and maybe this might happen, and the paranoia is up to 1,000 right now. Okay, if this is true, you can't listen to this. This is Pluto. I'm telling you, because we're all feeling it. Everybody's vibing in the comments. This is the energy. Okay. We have to prove that wrong. We have enough receipts too. You have to literally take the time right now. This is also why things are moving kind of slow. Like I did this morning, I woke up in all these feelings of like, oh, what if this doesn't happen? What if this doesn't happen? And I had to sit and go back and say, the divine never put something in my heart that I cannot achieve. Why would they do that? Okay. What would be the point of that? Okay. I know the law of polarity. If I can see it in the spirit, that means it is in the physical in some form in time, in the future or the past. Okay. I know this. It has been proven to me many times. Okay. There's been many times when it's felt like the divine is far away from me, and let me calm down. Okay, we got to get ourselves together right now, y'all. Okay, I had to sit with my emotions like, whoa, this is going to happen. The reason it is because things are so tough. This is preparing me for things. I had to look back and see, are these lessons, the things I want, are the things I'm going through slowly shaping me for it? Actually, yeah. Okay. Actually, yeah. Okay. like for real. Okay. So that helped me a lot. You have to, this time we can't just sit and like, oh, I don't want to think about this, I don't want to feel this, let me distract myself at this time. Pluto is the energy of impulsive, bringing up, bubbling up feelings, and if you are not listening to those feelings right now, then you're going to jump into 8 years of being stuck back in these lessons, and I don't want that for y'all. Okay, so if you need to take the extra time, this morning I had plans, but I was supposed to come on the live at like 8, 9 this morning. Okay, do all kind of stuff, have an extra video made, all kind of stuff. But my body was like, "Girl, we need to feel." And I sat and I said, "Okay, let me process through this." I even watched a YouTube video of one of my mentors on YouTube that helps me get back into my faith. Okay, but I had to take the intent and the initiative to love myself and say, you know what, I know this is going to work, and I can't just sit in this feeling. Let me process through that. Okay, so just keep working through yourself. Anything you're feeling like, oh my God, this is not going to happen, this is not going to work, why do you feel that? Okay, do you have the evidence to know that it's not going to work, or are you just assuming? Okay, and has that been has there been, there's been so many situations in my life, y'all, where it has seemingly turned out like it seemed like it's going to go one way, and last minute it turns exactly how I felt it would turn. Okay. Like I really am, I talked about my testimonies and certain testimonies before, but back in my 20s, I had a situation when I was trying to become a dancer full time. And the divine told me, hey, we want you to pursue dance full time. So I quit the job I had and got behind on rent. And at the same time, my rent went up. Okay. And I was like, why did it go up so much? What's going on? I got behind. I had to go to court multiple times. It was humbling. Okay. And, um, profess and like desperately plead to the judge, like, hey, I'm trying my best, I'm going to do the best I can. I was working, trying, applying for so many dance things, doing everything. Okay, and the divine told me, calm down, like, it'll be all right. After a year of that struggle, y'all, okay, it didn't continue well. I ended up back where I couldn't pay everything, and my eviction was up. I had 30 days. And I'm freaking out. Everyone in my family is not supporting me. They didn't want me to be in New York anyway. So they're like, oh, this is your sign to come home. I'm like, y'all, I'm going to be evicted. That's going to be on my thing for a long time. That's not fun. And I'm pulling cards. I'm looking into astrology. I'm tapping into my heart. I'm meditating. I'm fasting so I can get stronger intuition. And everything is telling me, don't pack. You're not moving anywhere. I'm having visions of me just chilling. And I'm like, how is this? Everything looks like it's going to go wrong. Okay. Nobody's supporting me. My roommate who was there was now turned on me because she's like, now you about to have us evicted. So she's mad at me. I lost my best friend in that relationship, or was losing it. Okay. And all I had was, I don't know, y'all. Something in me is telling me it'll be fine. Okay. The day of the eviction, I hear knock, knock, knock. I have not moved. I have not packed. I'm thinking, well, I'm about to, I don't know. I've never had this happen. We're just going to see what happens. Okay. I open the door. Is it the sheriff? No, it's my new landlord that's actually like, hey, thank you for going to court for this process. It flagged the system, and actually what happened, your landlord was overcharging you. We have now bought that company out. I'm your new landlord. We've cleared the past debt that is now wiped away, and here's $8,000 for your worries. Did y'all just hear what? Like, okay, so those that didn't hear the story before, that happened. Everything seemed like it was not gonna work. Okay. I was so behind. I was like, what? Like, I'm gonna be moved out. But everything told me, no, it's gonna be fine. Everything's gonna work. And I got $8,000 back. Okay. And that's one of 20, 30. I have so many stories of things where things have just flipped. Okay. So if you get a feeling that you want more for yourself and you deserve more, and you sit and you trust, okay, and you can just envision, and this is how you trust, got to learn to trust, this is how to help. Okay, also whatever's in your ninth house in your birth chart shows the what your trust, your faith lessons are. I have Taurus ninth house. My faith tests are all about self-worth and patience. Okay, whatever's in that ninth house gonna talk about your faith tests. Okay, but what helps with trusting is really looking at, number one, having receipts from the past of things, but checking with your heart. Okay, I got you. Get a reading. Okay, but also just keep learning. Keep learning. Okay, don't necessarily, so you don't know how to read it yet. Okay, but you can get into it. Okay, now you know I got to look at the ninth house And I got to look at what sign that is. You at least know what the ninth, you know something about ninth house, okay? Google is amazing. I have videos about it. I have a video on my series, on my playlist, astrology playlist. When y'all are bored, if y'all want to learn some astrology, boom, about the ninth house, talking all about doubt and trust and faith. I got y'all. Okay, I'm for real. Okay, you just got to implement. Many times there's so much information, but people don't implement it, and then they're still confused. So when you seek, you will find. Period. Okay, so with the faith and the trust, what helps? Okay, you need to find a routine. All right, of first discernment. Okay, you gotta first discern. First, whatever, what do you desire? Okay, what are you looking for? What do you want more in your life? What is in your heart for more in your life? Okay, and why? First, you gotta see, okay, I want these things. Then look, is this in the divine will? Okay, is this in something that, oh, thank you. Is this in something that is going to benefit me and others? Okay, and how do you do that? You check with your heart. Sit and say, okay, I'm wanting this in my life. Let me feel as this is right for me. You even can say, if this is right for me, divine, if you want this for my life, can you show me signs of this over the next 2 days? And I guarantee you they will. Okay. Trenderland, you got a birth chart. You definitely got a birth chart. Check my video I just made today, okay, about the secret astrology tea that I spilled. That's so good, y'all. If y'all don't know the video, y'all gotta check into composite charts. Because in the video, y'all, I show how the main way, the main site I use to look at the chart. Okay. AstroSeek. Okay. I show the website. So go on that video I just shared after this live. And at the end, towards the end of the video, I literally show you how to pull up your birth chart and also how to look at what I'm talking about in the video, which is the next level. How do you can decode relationships and know the energy between any relationship, but we'll get into that later. So let me go back. Increasing trust. You want to first discern, is this right for me? Okay, is this something that the divine wants for me? And I can guarantee if it's anything in your heart, if you can envision yourself having it, that means that you can have it. Okay, law of the Hermetic principles, law of polarity. If it's in the spirit, it can be in the physical. I've tried this and tried to envision things that I don't want in my life, and it was so hard for me to see it. It like didn't feel right. If you can envision these things and you're like crying because you want it, and it so like makes you happy that you want these things, okay, that means it can happen for you in life. You just have to trust and keep moving down that direction, and not letting the amount of time or the lessons deter you. Okay, everything that I've wanted in my life, I've continued for. Anything I didn't give up on, I've gotten or I'm going to get. Okay, goal. Look, honey, we're not doing political things in the comments, my love. Okay, I just blocked you as I said that, but y'all ignore the comments. Okay, we're not doing. I talked about the politics in the beginning of the live. We're not gonna jump into politics. Okay, because it's way deeper than that. This is way deeper than that. Okay. Trust in the divine and trust in your life is way deeper than some politics. Okay. Let me just say, not saying politics are important, but like, why are we here? Okay. So let's get back into it. Once you have discerned that what you want, the divine wants for you as well, then you're good. And then you just have to work on building yourself and continuing through the lessons. The thing is with faith, faith is not something, actually many people think I have to get more faith. Okay, faith is something that is given to you. Faith is a gift by the divine, actually. When you trust is the action. Okay, trusting is what you got to do, just holding on to what you know. Okay, faith comes, that's the gift from the divine. My faith came from all those stories and testimonies I told y'all of being in situations where I didn't know how it would turn around, and then it magically turned around and I got more than enough. Okay, every time I'm in a faith test where I am without and I'm in a loss and I'm restricted, the divine always gives me double, triple back afterwards. Always. Okay, but you got to be obedient. Okay, you have to sit, honor yourself, because those are the lessons. It's going to be trusting, and the more you can trust in yourself, the more that you can trust in the divine. And we got to take it simple. Okay, many times we look at trust and we get too kind of thrown around. Do you trust that, let's say, like, I don't like chocolate ice cream. I talk about it all the time. I hate chocolate ice cream. I trust that. Somebody could, like, literally come and try to bully me about it. And I would know, no, I've tested it. My body doesn't like it. I don't like it. You're not going to tell me that chocolate ice cream is good for me. It might be good for you. Cute for you. Not for me. Okay? Okay, so that's a trust in myself. If I can believe that in myself, then I can believe anything that strong. You get what I'm saying? So then you have to sit with these beliefs and know them, okay? Even if with my business, the astrology business, at one point, y'all, everybody in my life, everybody, friends, family, everyone, told me not to do it, told me it wasn't going to work, told me I could not create a lifestyle from just doing readings and sharing astrology and sharing relationship advice and sharing life advice. If I would have listened to all those people, it was just me alone in the divine telling me to do it. None of this would be here. I would still be working a 9 to 5 somewhere. Okay, I have not done that in years. Okay, because of listening to myself and my heart. Okay, was that easy? No. Okay, was I crying at night, worried? Yes. But when you trust yourself, it helps so much. I also had to look and see a lot of the people who are telling me that this isn't going to work. What is their level of belief in their self? Okay. Um, oh dang, the TikTok got too hot. That always happens. Okay. YouTube, we're gonna pause for a second. I'm gonna get back to the TikTok in a sec. It's just my phone got too hot, honey. She's on fire. Okay. So I'm gonna let her cool off. And then we're gonna come back. Okay. We're gonna come back. We're gonna jump back into it in a second. It takes about like 2-3 minutes. Okay. So I hope you're doing pretty good. I hope this is digestible and this is making sense so far. Like I hope y'all are helping. This is helping y'all. I'm trying to figure out how I can get. Now I can see the comments. Oh my god! Yay! I can actually see the comments now on YouTube. Why did I? It takes me so long, y'all. Mm. Yeah, your Capricorn, Laura. Yeah, that's difficult with trust. I have a lot of Capricorn placements, South Node 10th house. I have like Sun conjunct Saturn. I'm very Capricornian. And it's difficult, but it actually becomes a superpower because we like systems and we like structure. And when we can find systems and structure in the divine, then we're unstoppable. Okay. Now I've been able to see the patterns of the divine because it seems like unknown, but the divine actually is very systemic. If you look at the Hermetic principles, the law, the universe is mental, it says. Okay, and that's very true. Okay. When you're in a lesson, it's for a reason. When you are in a certain situation, it's for a reason. When a manifestation comes, it happens in a certain way. Okay, the ninth house talks about manifestation. And you got to start from the first to go to the ninth. The story of astrology talks about how the divine manifests in your life. Okay. So this is, let me go jump back on to TikTok now. Let's jump back in. Hopefully it allowed me to stay in the live. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't think it is. That's great. Let's see what happens. Oh, sorry, y'all on YouTube. We got a little bit of a situation here. The phone just said, you know what? I'm outie. Okay, resume. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Hopefully we're back. Hopefully we're back. Oh my god, y'all. I am so sorry. I am so sorry, y'all. So sorry on TikTok. Okay. So sorry. My phone overheated. I was getting too hot. I was getting hot with it. Okay. It was getting too hot. I gotta remember that. Once it gets past 90%, it overheats and then it shuts off. Okay. This is the second time that happened. So sorry. Okay. So sorry, y'all. So sorry. I was like, what? Right in the middle of the tea. You know what I'm saying? Right? Of course. Of course. Okay. That means I was really benefiting y'all. I'm so sorry, y'all. Okay. So we're gonna get back into it. You're like, oh shit. Right in the middle, I'm like, this is how you trust and have faith. Off. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. And that's the only thing we need right now is to just have faith and believe. Like, literally, that's the only energy right now. Okay. There's so much energy of fears, worries, depression, doubt, you know, tension, things not looking like they're gonna turn, and like all we had to see, boop, Nani, come on, you had faith, boom, we're back. Okay, you get what I'm saying? It's tough lessons right now, but the point is because we're going far. Okay, trust me on this. Now we're gonna get back to the faith, but I was on YouTube and something good came across. Do y'all want to know really quick how things manifest? Because this person on YouTube, Laura, They were saying, shout out to Laura, they were saying that it's difficult for them to have faith and surrender as a Capricorn. Okay. And I'm like, girl, I feel you. Okay. Sorry, Laura. I don't know your pronouns, but I say girl a lot. And sorry for the trains, y'all. It's loud. And you can see how things manifest through looking at astrology, looking from the first house to the ninth house. I'm about to explain it, okay? But I need the likes to get to 10K on TikTok so we can get some more people in. And YouTube, like me up, like me up, like me up. Also, if you're not following me, this will be the time because we're going to get into it, okay? And also, I'm going to be coming back more to this because I love these lives. I'm busy with a lot of readings and doing videos and stuff. I also dance. I'm a professional dancer, but I am in New York. But I'm gonna come back more to keep coming on live. You know what I mean? Just to chat with y'all, create a relationship with y'all, to see what's tea, because y'all seem cool as fuck. And yeah. So, manifestation though. This is what I was telling Laura, okay, with someone with a lot of Capricorn placements. Thank you for the likes, y'all. We're at 10K. Shimmy for the 10K, y'all. Shimmy for the 10K. I'm trying to get my girls a little bit bigger. I'm trying to do some workouts to like get them so I can and really get the movement, okay? But if you got them, get them, get them, get them, okay? And just tap the screen for me to bring some people in, okay? Shake the girls, shake the girls, shake the girls, okay? So, for people with anybody really, because the thing about it in society, think about capitalism. It sounds a lot like Capricorn, okay? It was made during Pluto and Capricorn. P.S. Letting you know, okay? This is why a lot of that is coming down right now, okay? If you have trouble surrendering and you have trouble letting go of control, trouble trusting, okay, the divine, they've got you. What you need to do is create new structures of trust and new structures, okay? Because the reason you're having trouble surrendering and losing, of having trouble losing control is because what you were thinking about in the way of understanding things, you don't have a way of conceptualizing and understanding things, okay? But what I did, and it helped me a lot, was I said, okay, let me go back and look at life. And it was confusing because when I looked, I noticed it actually had a pattern. Okay, life actually is a lot more predictable than we think. Okay, and if you know the Hermetic principles, it says the universe is mental, meaning it is logical. Okay, and I had to look and I said, oh wow, a lot of these things when I was in faith test, it was specific times and specific reasons. Oh, when this happened, this is why, and this happened, this is why. So let me break it down. You want me to break it down? Let me break it down. Okay. And I can help this as well. If you want this personally, what I'm going to do, I'm going to talk about the first house through the ninth house. If you know your chart, you can um, apply this to your chart. If you need help, this is why I offer readings to personalize it, because I have a lot of info and it can be a little bit difficult to like digest, but I got you. Okay. So first house, Aries energy. Okay. The impulse of something. Okay. Let's say I'm going to use this business, for example. Right. I had the idea of it. I was like, oh my God, I love astrology. Oh my God, I love like life and I love nature and I love the divine. I want to share about that. Okay. I love movement and how it connects me to the divine in new ways. I want to share about that. Aries. That's all I knew. I didn't know the details. I didn't know if I wanted to do readings. I didn't know anything. Aries, first house. Okay. And I started, I want to do that. Okay. Then guess what happened? Okay, I started developing that. I started sitting and thinking, and then I was on like YouTube and kept seeing astrologers and kept seeing people. Life was showing me signs of what I wanted, and I'm like, wow. Okay, first house is the identity of it. I started to create a conceptualize what I wanted. Wow, okay, it'll be so cool. Like maybe that could happen, that could happen. Then we move to the second house when you want to manifest something. Second house talks about valuing it, evaluating it. So I said, okay, well, what kind of guide do I want to be? What kind of information do I want to share? Okay, how much worth do I think it is? How valuable is astrology? How valuable is my word? Okay, how valuable have these things been to me? And that's why it kept me motivating. I'm like, wow, astrology has been so valuable to me. It's changed my whole life. The divine has changed my whole life. Like all these experiences, these faith tests have changed my whole life. I've got to share this to people. Okay, second house, valuing it. Okay, gaining the worth. Then I had to go through, okay, let me see. Do I deserve to put it out? I was nervous, y'all. Okay, I'm like, oh my gosh, am I ready? Taurus, value, self-worth. I had to grow my worth and value, my confidence. self-esteem, second house, okay? Then once that happens, and this is how things manifest, I'm telling you, you start a relationship, you start thinking about it, first house, oh my God, the identity. Ooh, maybe what could this be? What could this be? Then you evaluate it, second house, you evaluate that person. Wow, we have similar values. Wow. And then what happens? The questions of the faith, of the confidence. But am I enough for them? They're really beautiful. I hope that like I'm enough. Like we start questioning that. Okay, so this is how everything manifests. I'm telling you. Okay, and you can look at your life at where you're at, so you can see where the divine is put, what lessons the divine is putting you in. Okay, and then you can see over what signs. Like I have Virgo rising, so my first house, when I get a new idea or see a new person or want something, I Virgo. I start creating an identity around it, but in a very detailed way. Okay. And then when I go to the second house and I start evaluating it, when I evaluated this business, I have Libra there. So I use other people to help me evaluate it. I went on YouTube and back then, that was really all it was, and was looking around at other spiritual teachers to see if it made sense for me. I evaluated it through others with my Libra in the second house, okay? And then when you want to add the planets, it gets even deeper than that, but I'm not going to get that deep in this, okay? We can do that in a reading, and you can do that on your own as well by applying it. So we got the evaluations of things, okay? And I hope this is helping with surrender as well and trust, because it's showing you the lessons, okay, and where you're at, okay? You start something, then you're going to be put in a test around your evaluation of it and your worth, okay? You decide, you know what, I think the job starts getting tough. You know what? I feel like I deserve more. I deserve more money. You create an identity around it. How much? Okay. Let me see myself in that perspective. And then second house. Let me see if I'm worth that or I deserve that. Let me see if this is going to be something beneficial. Once we get the second house, we go to the third, the Gemini energy. Okay. Gemini is about communication, sharing. Once with my business, I decided, you know what, this is so valuable for me to share. It's invaluable. I have to share this to people. And I got my confidence up and I saw my worth and I knew that I could share it. Then third house, I created the business. I put it out there. I connected to other people. I'm now sharing my skills. I'm putting it out there and sharing my ideas, what I've learned. Okay. Okay. In a relationship, you just met somebody. You got the identity. You're trying to figure it out. Second house, you've evaluated them. The values are similar. You got your confidence ready. Then the third house, you keep going. You socialize. Now you're out in your local environment with them. Third house, Gemini, right? Okay. This is how the faith works. Or with money, you want more money. You get the idea of it this much. Then you have to get that worth up. Like, okay, well, I hope I can get this. I feel like I'm deserving of this. Then third house, now you have to put it around you. You need to look around, listen to videos of people making that much money, start thinking and communicating it. Okay. Then we get to the fourth house. Once you've gone through those lessons, life will shift and you'll start going through fourth house lessons, which are about your feelings. What do you feel about it? So we got the sense of like confidence in it. You're now sharing about it. Now, how does it feel? Okay. And whatever's in your fourth house is going to test that. I have fourth house Sagittarius. So anytime that my faith gets tested, I start having a lot of feelings about it. Okay. And I have to have faith to calm my feelings. Whatever is in the fourth. Once you go through lessons of the mind, you're sharing, then life's going to put you through faith lessons around what you feel. Okay. And if you can be comfortable in it. Okay. So this is also, maybe some people are in that season in their life where they're trying to calm and get their heart and their mind in alignment. Okay. This is the area of germination though. The fourth house is when the roots develop. Okay. So you got the first house. Okay. The idea, the new start, that's manifesting. As soon as you tell the divine, oh my God, I want this, they start bringing in first house lessons. And whatever sign you have over that talks about the kind of lessons you go through. Okay. Then you go through the second house lessons, developing your self-worth. What are your skills? What can you offer? What are you worth? What is it worth to you? Okay. Many times when you want something, what they'll do is restrict it from you. Okay. Especially like my sister has Saturn in the second. I noticed once she wants something, it's instantly restricted because that makes her question the value of it. Then you really want it when it's restricted. You get more specific of why you want it. Okay. So that's how things move to the second house. Patience. You go through patience test. Then the third house, once you now know that you really want it, you know that you're deserving of it. Okay. Then you go to the third about sharing it and getting it in your mindset, changing your mind around. Now that you know you're deserving of it, there are certain mindsets that need to go away. You now got to talk the talk. Okay. And then if you got any planets in the first, second, or third, some of those planets could bring you back where you're now back at the first. Like, oh my God, I don't know if I can do this anymore. Let me go back and rethink this. This is why these lessons and knowing the different cycles of where you're at are so important. Okay. And just hopefully this is helping the people to understand that surrendering is not as random as you think. The divine is really calculated with your surrender and your faith tests and your challenges. Okay. And by manifestation happens at the ninth. Okay. We're at the fourth right now. We're almost there. Okay, so stay with me. All right. So once you want something out of life and you say, I want this, you first go through first house lessons, Aries lessons. Okay. I do have a YouTube video talking about this on my YouTube. In my main section is called like main tea spills. There is a video called How Life Manifests. It's that video back from like 2018, 2019. I'm telling you, I've been doing this for a minute, okay, and learning these things, okay. Don't lose my track. Brandon, I got you. What's up, Brandon? Welcome, welcome. Yes, come on back, come on back. So, first house, you want something out of life. Then you start to think about it and see it, okay? And then second house, you evaluate the worth of it. Is this working? Okay, and this is what the divine's putting you in lessons of, right? And it depends on your energy. If you like those energies, what planets are there, you could be in those houses for a minute, y'all. I have Jupiter in my second house, so I have a lot of Jupiter's about where you have to have faith and the vision to manifest. Jupiter rules the ninth house, okay, the area of manifestation. Jupiter's the planet of manifestation, okay? And so, sending love on YouTube. And so whatever planets and stuff you have there, you might be in that energy for a minute working through it, okay? All of my faith tests are around self-worth and value because my Jupiter's in my second house of self-worth and value, okay? So then we get to the third. You now know the worth and value. Then you got to think and change the mindset. Upgrade your mindset, upgrade your thinking. Then the mind starts, you go through mental work, okay? Then you go to the fourth house, and that is getting your emotions settled with it, okay? Then the fifth house is about self-expression, y'all, okay? And confidence in who you are, and that it is bringing light to it, bringing warmth to it, okay? So you met the person, you met the new person. You're liking their values, you got your confidence good. Now you're communicating, you're going out with them, you're excited. Things are feeling good with them. It feels right, your emotions are being validated. Now fifth house is courtship. Now that you have good feelings for someone, now you like want to buy them things, you want to give them gifts, you want to like share things with them, okay? Let's say you want more money. Now, first house, you got the idea, I want more money. Second house, you figure out how much it is, how much you feel like you deserve. Third house, you're thinking about it and planning it. Okay, how much would it be? How much could I do with this amount of money? And how would it feel to have this amount? Fourth house, now you're sitting with that. Okay, now fifth house, you're walking that out. Fifth house is very much law of assumption, walking it out. If you had that much money, that the amount you want, what would it look like? Would you be stressing over the things you're stressing over now? If not, then try to remove that stress. Okay, this is what happens. Like, this is what helps. Years ago, I think it was like 2018, 2019, I wanted more clients. Okay, I wanted more people because I have a lot of advice to share and I love sharing and helping. And I wanted more clientele back 2018, 2019. And initially I was trying to posting like reviews from my clients and posting all these things to try to get people to come, and it made it worse. And I was like, what is going on? And then I realized, okay, everything that is in the spiritual can manifest to the physical, okay? And in the future, I'm gonna have all of these clients I see, okay, and see for myself. So let me put myself there. If I'm in the future and I have all these clients, am I gonna be stressed about or desperate about clientele? No, I'm gonna be chilling because I have all the clients. So once I calm down, trusted that down the line I'm gonna have this, and I'm in that energy space, I'm gonna be calm. I put myself in that energy space within months, y'all, booked up. You get what I'm saying? Okay, and now I have to cut hours back so that things, because I can surge. Sometimes things are chill and sometimes the surges are readings, okay? So that is the fifth house, okay? Getting yourself to see that, getting yourself to really put yourself in the frequency, in that light, Leo, in the light of what you want, okay? I have Capricorn over my fifth, so it takes me a lot of time and hard work and effort to be able to put myself in that place of like, no, this is what it is. And I just told y'all, 2018, 2017, I was struggling, okay? Depressed, Capricorn, down about it, okay? And then I had to transform that because the divine was giving me Capricorn lessons with my Capricorn fifth, okay, about that. Okay, fifth house is also your self-employment, your business, how you shine, okay? So hopefully this is helping with how life manifests, okay, and how you can trust more. First, it starts with the lessons around identifying what you want, trusting that. Second house, then it starts with lessons, then it moves to lessons about worth and value. Can I believe in this? Then it moves to lessons about your mindset. What are you thinking about yourself? Are you thinking negatively? Are you thinking positive? Do you want this for yourself? Are you telling people, like for a long time with my third house, before I moved to the fourth house lessons, I started my business, but I was telling people, oh yeah, I started a little side business. Oh, I have social media where I share astrology. Honey, this is way more than just a little side business. This is helping people's lives. Okay. So I had to change the way I was speaking about what I wanted. Okay. Change the way I was doing things and thinking about it. Okay. Then you get to the fourth, you feel, but the fourth house is the area of germination. Whatever's in your fourth house is how things start to germinate. So you planted the seed in the first, you watered it because you realized you valued it. Okay. Now you're sitting and waiting and the mindset's going. Okay. Then the fourth house, the roots start to come out. But remember, we talked about the roots. What are the roots? If the roots in the physical are roots, in the spiritual, roots are things that are not the fruit, but things internally, okay, that will keep you grounded. So once I got through my business and put it out there, third house, then the fourth house, I had to now get the emotional roots, okay, to believe in myself, to have the confidence, to then the things that no one can take away, putting in my creativity, trusting in my creativity, okay, believing in my gut that it would work. That's the fourth house, getting the roots of a situation, okay, so that when life tosses me around and the things change, and like on TikTok, if there's so many people making content and content and content to get views, and the content is getting worse and worse and worse. Okay, if I wouldn't have went through years of lessons around desperation with views, I would be like that too, trying to make videos just to make views. Now I've gone through so many lessons of like, no, that is not, that's the less than my worth. So let me go ahead and just share what I feel is good and what is good. And then that's it. Okay, the divine will take care of the rest. And it does. Anybody that sees my videos, they come to people right at the right time. Okay, so this is the energy of the fourth and the fifth house. Once you germinate, then you gotta, then the fifth house, the sprout starts to come out. Boom. Okay, now we move to the sixth. The sixth is your mental, how you handle life, how you're handling the system of whatever you want, and your routine. Okay, so this is when sometimes, let's say you desire more money, or you desire a relationship, or you desire the career, whatever. Okay, you start with what you desire, then you now have the worth of it, and you now got the mindset you're working on, then you're sitting with what you feel about it. Okay, and then you now are starting to walk the talk a little bit more. Then the sixth house, is it in your routine though? Okay, the divine has to now look at your routine and look at your health. Okay, they're going to send tests on your routine. So now you're starting to do law of assumption. Sixth house is going to be a dip. I'm telling y'all. Okay, once you now start to like, okay, I believe this is going to happen, and in that life, in what I want, I would think this way. So let me put myself there. Let me believe that this would happen. Then life sends a little curve, because Virgo energy is discernment. So it's about purifying and cleaning things up. Okay, this is why there's many dips in the manifestation process. It's not just growing, growing, growing. Okay, first house, you identify. Then you dip in the second house. You go through patience test. Second house, you go through time of finding the worth, finding the value. Then the third house, now you're working on the mental health. But that can be, Gemini is multiple sides and fluctuating. So the third house lessons, when life brings lessons of mental health and the mindset, then it can get kind of real. Okay, then the fourth house, now things start to go up. You got the germination, you're starting to move forward, feeling more. Fifth house, you're now seeing it for yourself. Six probably drops way far down, because now when you get to six, you have to have discernment. Okay, yeah, you believed in yourself, but why? All right, when I went through sixth house lessons, I started to get more clout with my business, and I moved to Colorado. Okay, then I was competitive in a competitive field, and I started to worry. I started to get back down to the third. I'm like, oh my God. In the second, I'm like worried about my worth. Okay, I had to go back to the sixth and look at my routine. Look at what is where are the receipts? Okay, why did I start? Clearly, I know how to share this because I'm sharing what changed my life. So how could I be wrong? Because it changed my life. I had to tell myself these things, okay? Let's say a relationship, it starts to go good, and then it starts to slow down a little bit. And now you're questioning your routine. You're like stuck all day. You're not even listening to music no more. Things are off. You're like, oh, what could happen? Do they love me? I don't know. I'm about to be ghosted. Starts to get crazy, okay, in the sixth, right? What's opposite of the sixth? The 12th. You need to surrender. That's the first test of, okay, let me just see what happens and give it some more time. Okay, let's say you want some more money. You're talking to talk now. I'm going to have this much amount of money. I'm going to have this amount of money. Then Spirit tests your routine by what? Bringing a money lesson. They take more money from you. Okay, so you just had the excitement and now you have less to work with. How do you handle it? Okay, then we go through that sixth house, those sixth house lessons. Then we jump to the seventh house lessons. Okay, seventh house is the area of balance. Okay, where we coming back into balance. We now coming back up a little bit. Okay, but guess what planet performs the best in the seventh house? Saturn, the planet of persistence, patience, time, hard effort, and integrity. Okay, so let's say in this manifestation journey, you started in the first. You want the relationship, you want the money, you want the new career. You go through lessons like that. Then Spirit says, okay, you got that. Second house. Now we're going to work on your worth. Are you deserving of it? Okay. Is it going to work for you? If you have any planets in any of these places, that area might be, you might notice, oh my God, I have 3 planets in the first house. It takes me a minute to identify what I really want. Boom. Okay. That's why certain things take longer based on what's in our charts. Okay. Second house. I have planets in my second house, so it takes me forever to reassess my worth and my value, how much I feel like I deserve. Okay. Third house, I have Pluto sitting in my third. Oh my God. So the amount of mental work I have to do to transform my mind to be ready and prepared and to think positively for what I want, that's difficult. If you have planets there, this is why it's difficult. Then once you're manifesting, you got the idea, you got the worth, now your mindset's right. Then the fourth house, can you sustain? Can you now grow the roots? Okay, so you can be confident and know the roots. Do you now you're now confident in your skills? Okay, when I was in my fourth house lessons, I noticed I was like doubting that I was a good astrologer. So what did I do? Life kept sending me out. People were like, oh my God, have you read this book about astrology? And I'm like, no, I'm reading that book. So I'm taking it and learning so I can get my roots deeper about what I know about astrology so I can apply it. Okay, so fourth house, then you get to the fifth, you walk in the talk, okay? And that's usually a pretty good one. Then the sixth, now you coming down. We're now having the test. My routine's off. I'm stressed because the thing is we haven't gotten to manifestation yet. Okay, so you want these things, but now you're still walking the talk. But anytime you shift to walking the talk, y'all, that's when life starts getting frustrating. You start really feeling like you're foreign in your life. This is when you start to get that timeline jump. Okay, because the fifth house is opposite of the 11th, which is the timeline jump in life. Okay, so fifth house, once we start like doing law of assumption and like putting ourselves in the mindset of what we want and feeling that we deserve it and starting to see that it's going to happen, then the life that we're in becomes like more irritating. Okay, everything around is pissing you off. All right, things are not working. People are caught more chaos. You're realizing you want to get away from a certain relationship and you deserve better. They get worse. Okay, because the sixth house, Spirit is asking you and looking and seeing, okay, when I move the reality around, how can we handle things? Can we move forward still? Can we surrender and still trust even though life just got more hard? Okay, can we keep what the divine's been funneling you through? Then we move to the seventh if you can. If not, then you jump back to the fifth. Okay, or you jump back to the fourth and you got to get the stability. They know your heart, so they will put you wherever it is. Mine usually jumps to the second, which is not fun. Okay, anytime life starts to get more difficult and I'm like, oh my God, how is this going to happen? Even though I was just like, oh my God, it's going to happen, they jump me to the second because my worth must be low. But it depends on every person. I have a lot of Gemini mental energy, so my mind is very strong. So I don't have to go through a lot of like mental work things. It's more going to the feelings of how I feel about my worth in the second house. But it depends on you personally. Okay, sixth house can get tough. That's where things get real. It's the area of open enemy. So life comes and like gets tough because it's asking you to really discern, okay, if you really want this, can you sustain this mindset? Can you sustain this excitement? Can you sustain your worth and confidence even when it gets real and gets difficult? Okay, so these are the areas, the lessons. So you're either in the first house lesson with life to manifest something of deciding what you want, second house lesson of confidence in it, self-worth, knowing your values, knowing your skills, developing them. Okay, third house, working on the mindset. Okay, life is working on your mind. Fourth house, you're not sleeping, insomnia, all that is usually third house stuff. Fourth house, you're getting the feelings right, you're getting the roots starting to come down, getting more stable in yourself. Fifth house, now you're walking the talk. It's feeling good. You're starting to see synchronicities. Things are moving. Okay. Six, now you get tested and squeezed. All right. You have to purify. Spirit wants to stretch and prune you even more. Okay. You're excited, but I noticed that there's still a little bit of doubt over there. I noticed that you really could tighten that up over there. I noticed these, this. Okay. Then we move to the seventh. Once you made it through the pruning, seventh, this is now the area of partnership where you can really feel balance with things, okay? And you can see that you are deserving of it, okay? Seventh house, Saturn, you gain the character, you got the roots, you're not going to be knocked down anymore. You're now confident with it. You're now walking the talk. This is when we hit a rock bottom. We start to feel the up, like, okay, I don't know how this is going to change, but I feel like something's coming, okay? Then we get to the last test, y'all, before the ninth, and many people are in this. This is why notice the dips. Anytime you want anything in life, you're going to go through a few dips, okay? First house, second house, that's dip one. Third house, fourth house, fifth house, sixth house, that's dip two. Seventh house, eighth house is the deepest dip. That's the dip three. This is why people say it's the darkest before the dawn, okay? You are in the darkest right before you turn that corner and the breakthrough happens. That's the eighth house lessons. Okay, this is how things manifest. I'm telling you, this will help you to know how to surrender, because then you can look at, okay, what is life putting me in right now? What season am I in right now? Okay, let me think about it. Is it a test on me envisioning who I am? Okay, a test on me envisioning how much money I want, me envisioning how I want this relationship to look, or is it a test on my confidence, my self-worth, a test on my skills, okay, a test on my knowledge, a test on my confidence in that way, or is it a test on my mind, my mental strength, okay, or is it a test on the fourth house, my emotional strength? Test on the fifth house, can I be confident and shine and walk in this or not? Okay, these are life lessons. Or is it the sixth house? All right, life just made it more tough on me. Can I keep all of what I just worked on from the first to the fifth? Can I keep the mindset? I mean the identity of what I want. Can I keep the confidence in it and the worth? Can I keep the mindset? Can I keep the emotional strength? Once we got that, then we move to the, hey, money, not the money shooter. Who said that? That is everything. I've never seen that. Not the money gun. That is everything. So now we're at the seventh. We're sitting at the seventh. Okay. And the seventh is the area of balance, the area when we notice, okay, I want this, but I've noticed now that life also is a part of this co-creation. Let's say I want to get downtown, I'm in my car. By now, we've realized I can't just drive over the cars. There are certain stoplights I have to stop at. Okay. There are certain things in life that I need to surrender to. Okay. I might not know everything. That's the seventh house. We get more character, we get more understanding. Okay, we take things more seriously. This is when we get committed to it. Right after we just drop to the bottom, now we're like, okay, good. I'm feeling more serious with this. I can move forward with this. Then we get to the eighth, y'all. The eighth house talks about where we need to transform the things deep within us, last little things that would sabotage. Eighth house is the area of self-sabotage. So right before you get the blessing and the manifestation of the money, the career, the whatever, life will show you where you may self-sabotage yourself. Okay, it's going to show you where things might be a little bit off, okay, with that eighth house, and where you need to transform. Eighth house is the area of fears, okay? Eighth house is the area of paranoia. Eighth house is the area of worry that something bad is going to happen. Oh my God, I'm in my eighth house year too. And that's also with perfections. Each year, there's a certain house that's active. Okay, when you're in your ninth house, I'm in my ninth house year next year. I know it's going to be a year of manifestation because that's the ninth house. Okay, eighth house rules over a lot of things, tough situations. But the point of the eighth, okay, when we transform and go through the thing that we thought we would never make it through, we have empowerment and confidence like no other. The eighth house is the last drop. Okay, The ninth house is the manifestation. Okay, I'm telling you. Okay, like think about the situation I said with my landlord back in the day when I thought I was going to be on the street and I ended up with almost $10,000. Okay, the situation happened. My rent started going up, or no, the divine said I deserved to work on my own. Okay, because think about it. Once I got the $8,000, then I was able to have enough money to be able to. I have not been 9 to 5 since then. Actually, I've not worked for anybody else unless it was contracting job since that major faith test I told y'all about. Okay, so you see the purpose of them. They are tough, but then when you get to the night, you expand into something. Okay, so I hope that helps with surrendering, y'all. Did that help out? The first house is going to show you whatever you want. Okay, the divine told me, and I felt like I was in a terrible job situation, and I was like, you know what, I don't deserve this. I feel like I have so many skills I want to share and be paid for my own skills. First house, I got the identity. Okay, then the second house, I started to get the worth for it, and I quit my job. Okay, I said, you know what, I don't deserve this anymore. Quit the job. Third house, now I'm in my local surroundings, okay, and my mindset work, all right. Then the fourth house came, the home situation, and the root building started to come. Okay, spirit was like, all right, you want this, you know we'll provide for you. Now we're gonna cause a situation, and that was when the money started going. My rent went up. I couldn't explain why, and I had to go to court 2 times. Sorry, 2 times. Okay, and plead to the judge. I'm sorry. I'm gonna make it work. I'm gonna make it work. I'm gonna make it work. Okay. Then we kept going because that probably brought me back. Then we went to the fifth house situation. Okay. I started to walk the talk. No, I am deserving of this. See if the divine's working with me, the judge was working with me, it is going to happen. Then the squeeze happened. It got more difficult. Okay. And the squeeze happened. I went to the court the second time. And the judge said, you know what? We gave you a chance. It's not going to work. 30, you have 30 days to figure it out, or you're going to be evicted that the day of. Okay, now that sixth house lesson pushed me back because it's like, oh my god, now I only have 30 days for this to work. I have to see and trust and believe. So I went back, trusted and believed. Okay, let me keep moving forward, move through it. Back to the sixth. Okay, I kept moving forward. Okay, spirit, it's like a week before, and I'm like, I kept asking spirit, and they're like, don't move, you got this. And I'm like, okay, I got this. If I would have packed and tried to move, I probably would have been thrown into another lesson. But I said, no, they said nothing's going to happen. Let me trust. It is going to work. I do deserve to have my place. It is all going to work out. Okay. And what's interesting, y'all, guess what I was doing all those months while I was in that situation? I was studying, upping my skills. I was every day not nervous, but I was not working. I had quit my job. So I was learning. Okay. Dancing, choreographing, teaching dance, and then getting little gigs and stuff to get a little bit of money. Okay. Then once I kept holding steady through that sixth, the seventh house, that balance time came where I was like, well, my hands are off. I'll have less than a week. Spirit keeps telling me not to move, so I'm just going to have to sit back and see what happens. Then that eighth house hit. That was the day before. Okay. The day before the eviction was supposed to happen. All right. Do you think I was sleeping, y'all? I was so stressed. Okay. I literally drank myself to the point of vomiting. That's how I'm being real, being vulnerable. Okay, that's the eighth house when you hit rock bottom. All right, I was thinking that was good, and I'm like, oh my god, tomorrow I could be on the street. Like, tomorrow's the day. Eighth house, boom. But what did I do? Did I pack still? No. I said no. The divine has me. I have been working, and they told me they wouldn't have made me leave my job if they were going to make me on the street. Well, that's not love. They told me to leave my job. It felt right. I felt like the job I deserved better, so they're going to give me better. Boom, the next day I get $8,000. I'm not moving anywhere, and the landlord tells me, actually, that other landlord was corrupt. Thank you for going to court. If you wouldn't have, we wouldn't have known. Everything's wiped. You're clear to go. Here's $8,000. Have a good day. That's the ninth house, manifested. Okay. And if I would have manifested it in the way I wanted, right, to be able to, maybe I would have just kept working and then like eventually started to work on my own. That's maybe what I wanted. The divine was like, nah, honey, if you trust us, we can give you the turbo route. And I trusted them, and they put me through a lot of stuff. That was a lot of lessons. But what happened? I ended up with $8,000, which is what I would not have had otherwise. And at that time, that was a lot of money for me back then. Okay. And so that not just a good bit of money, like that's a good bit of coin. And so that's what happens when you trust the divine. They will put you through the manifestation journey I just talked about first through the ninth house. But when you get the ninth is the area of expansion because of your faith. Okay, and whatever signs over the ninth usually shows what you get. I have Taurus over my ninth. Taurus is money, possessions. So every time I go through manifestations and stuff, a lot of it comes with me getting better possessions, more money. Okay, so I hope that helps y'all with surrendering and trusting. That was a lot of tea, a lot of gems. Okay, I shared a lot there. Okay, and if you want more information, I'm not going to go into the signs of everybody else because I just shared so much already. If you want specifics, you can get a reading. Okay, that's where the boundary is. That was a lot of info. I'm not about to go one by one with everybody's chart. That's not fair to me. Okay, like what? No, that's how you learn. You got to go and study. Come on, or come to somebody who can help you. But it's the applying is going to be what it is. You got to apply it. Okay. Um, what about 10th to 12th? Yep. Check out for the readings, check out the link in my bio. There's multiple different ones. I offer, if you want to talk to your guides and open channeling, I offer rituals, all kinds of stuff, birth chart readings, all kinds of stuff. Check out the site. Then the 10th house is the area of achievement. Now that you've manifested, now what are you doing? Okay. Achievement. What were you growing towards? That's the area of the fruit. If the fourth house below it is the area of the roots, 10th house is the fruit. Okay. So once I got that 8,000, then I was able to say, oh my God, I literally was able to, now I'm not working for anybody else and I haven't since. Now I can pour into my business. And since then, boom, I was able to open more services. I had more money. So I was able to chill, pay my bills, and like put into videos. That's why all the videos you're seeing on my YouTube really blew up since 2017 because I was at home doing all of them. Then the 11th house is the area of community networks and your higher achievements, your higher, what's the next level of aspirations you have. And the 12th house is the area of surrendering, rest. So once you get something, then you're working with it. Then you want to dream about something else. It connects you to something else or someone else. They offer you something. Then you sit with it, you rest, and then you go back to the first and you start over with a new manifestation in life. Okay. The manifestation I've been working on, it took me 8 years to manifest, was to get over 10,000 followers on one of my social media platforms. I've been wanting that since 2016. Okay. And you know how many times I had to go from first to ninth? Okay. 8 years of going through that cycle. Okay. It took a long time. And part of it was, you saw the situation with the landlord, it was part of that as well. Okay. And then in September, I hit that. Now I'm almost at 20K, I almost doubled what I wanted. Okay. In 2 weeks, I went from 3K to 17, 18K in 2.5 weeks. So you see what I'm saying? When you get the manifestation, spirit's like, 10K, honey, we about to give you 20. Here you go. Okay. And then what happened after that? I went to the 10th house. Then once I got to 20, now I've noticed I'm more on live stream. It opened me up to more things. Okay. I'm sharing more content. I have more community. All right. I'm changing my counseling. I added different counseling, premium counseling. Okay, which is open for November. If you want premium counseling, you get 3 readings with me, unlimited text access. And I bless a ritual candle for you and send it to you in the mail. So if you really want to hook up and like really want to upgrade, this is the time. I only do 5 clients per month. So once it's out, it's out. Okay. So DM me or email me if that's interesting to you. You want to? It's on my website as well, premium counseling. But that came from the goal. Once I got to 10K, I noticed more. I saw more comments, more of what people are going through, and I was like, oh, I have to be here to pour more into people. So I opened the premium counseling, okay, 10th house. Then the 11th house, 11th is now I'm creating new goals. I didn't think I would be on live stream like this before the manifestation goal. And now I'm seeing this and I went on once to test it. I'm like living my best life. So I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to keep doing this. 11th house is community, okay? Higher aspirations. Now I have even more goals of what I want to do. Okay. Eventually, I want to have where I have certain memberships and like have a live stream for just Aquarius, a live stream for just Saturn dominance, a live stream for just Lilith dominance, a live stream for just women, a live stream for Black people, like to go and really pour into specific communities, the disabled community, all body sizes. Like we can get into everything. Okay. But that goal came after this recent goal that hit in September. I wasn't even thinking of these things. That's the 11th house. Now I'm moving the 12th house period where I'm resting. I'm taking more naps than usual because I'm planning a lot of what I want to come in. I'm starting to get ideas. I have new products I'm going to release, different oils, okay? Because I do those on my own. And that's how I manifest and stuff as well with my own personal oils, but I don't share them with y'all. I haven't shared that yet, okay? I just share my spiritual eau de toilette and my ritual candles. But soon I'm gonna put in more. Okay. And that is when I go back into the next first house and go back to the next series of manifestation. So hopefully that helps. That's the series of manifestation, how life manifests and how the divine puts you in specific situations. When you're in faith tests and lessons, you're in one of them 1 through 9. I can guarantee you. Okay. With relationship situations, with career, money, self-love, anything, life manifests through the chart. Okay. That is just what I've noticed. That's what I read. And then I learned it through my life. I've been learning this and looking at it. I have 10 years of experience. Okay. Even with clients looking and seeing, okay, what's going on in your life? And I'm highlighting specific areas because that's where they are in their manifestation journey. Okay. And so that's the real. Okay. There's a lot of people on here, especially on TikTok, that are like manifest overnight. Okay, maybe occasionally, but then people are so disappointed when these videos aren't working. And I'm like, it's deeper than that. Okay, like it really is. It is way deeper than that. Okay. And also, the divine does not want to be used transactionally. You're not about to go to the divine like, I want this. I'm going to do this. And you just do it and then you get everything you want. Because look, we don't really know that we've already said there's many times in your life where you thought you knew what you wanted and it didn't work out. I'm glad manifestation wasn't that easy because I would have manifested my ex as my twin flame and I would have been miserable my whole rest of my life. So it is good that we can't just insta manifest everything because we don't know everything. We have to go through the lessons of the first through the eighth and the ninth to know what is right for us and be in alignment with the divine with that. Okay. So yeah, okay. If I would have instant manifested this business 8 years ago, you think I would have had all this wisdom that I've learned this past 8? Yeah, I've been through a lot and I had a lot of wisdom back then, but I really have learned a lot of shit since then. Okay. So that's the point. The divine's like, okay, you want this. Anytime you want something, they start the first house lessons with you. They are moving for you to get it. But can you sustain until you get to the ninth and see the manifestation? Can you? Is it worth it to you? Okay, and many people it's not worth it. They want a better body. They want for them. It is not about what it looks like. Okay, a better body. They want a better relationship. They want better love. They want more money. But then when life starts to put them in tough situations, they're like, oh, ooh, just kidding. I'm good. I'm good. Okay, and then they're on Instagram hating and being monitoring spirits. Okay, now let's not get that into that energy. Let's actually put in the energy. Okay, because the thing is, the divine will not put you in anything that you can't handle. And what's funny is a lot of the joy, you think all this joy, like it's very rare where I'm going to be down the entire day. Super rare. Okay. Unless someone has passed away or something like that. Usually I do go through emotions every day, but I'm generally pretty much just enjoy and like chill. Okay. That is not random. I grew up not like that. I grew up in anxiety, worry, over pleasing everybody. Okay. But through the divine, when you go and work with the divine through these lessons, you get spiritual gifts. Okay. You don't only get manifestations in the physical, but you get peace that passes all understanding. Okay. I was so calm, way more calm than I knew when I was back thinking I was about to be evicted. I was like, why am I like, I really don't feel like I should be packing at all. Because the divine knew I wasn't going anywhere. I was going to get money. And they were like, pack why? Here's some peace. Take some peace so you can calm down. And that helped. Okay. Joy. I told y'all before, there's been so many situations, again, in poverty situations. Those were some of the happiest times in my life. Because life had to put me in those situations for a period so that I could see without anything, I still can be happy. Okay. If you are out here looking for something outside of yourself to save you, and yes, it's going to benefit. I'm not saying don't think that getting things is not going to help. It is. Okay. We do need to desire for things. But if you're like, oh, if I just get in a relationship, my life will be everything. If I just have money, that's going to fix everything. It might fix a lot of things. Okay. But it's not really going to completely transform your life. That's why you have a whole bunch of people with money that are miserable. Whole bunch of people that can get any person they want and are miserable. Okay, because they have no inner joy, they have no inner peace, they have none of that because they didn't get the manifestation through going from the first house to the ninth. They didn't go through the lessons of sitting with and evaluating it and seeing if it's worth, if they're worth it, and learning about themselves and that they're deserving of it and all that. Okay. You know, one thing I learned as well, you know, is with these laws. Let's say you want wealth. Okay, you want the coin. Can you see wealth in other areas? I talked about the law, the Hermetic principles, with the law of polarity. Okay. If you want wealth in the physical, do you have wealth in the spiritual? Okay. Ever since I realized that, I realized, oh, I'm about to have a whole bunch of money in my life. I have a wealth of wisdom to share. I have a wealth of compassion, a wealth of perseverance, a wealth of patience. Okay. A wealth of clap back when needed. Okay. A wealth of creativity, a wealth of dance, a wealth of humor. What do y'all have? I'm sure we got a lot of different things. Okay. What things inside of you can that money can't buy? What do you have? What are you holding on in here? Because if you have a wealth of that, then that means you can be wealthy. Otherwise, you wouldn't have a wealth of anything. You get what I'm saying? If you have a wealth of creativity, okay, you can put outfits together. You can go in someone's house and design it. You always have an idea of beauty and wealth. It constantly. That means you can have a wealth of money because you have a wealth of something, okay? And if you want to make a business off of it, capitalize off of what you have a wealth in. I have a wealth of relationship wisdom because of how I was brought up. A wealth of wisdom around astrology because that helped me figure my shit out. A wealth of experience around dance and movement that helps me to move through life. I don't have a wealth of experience in everything. Okay, I do not. Okay. But I share what I know. You get what I'm saying? And that's gonna get me the physical wealth. Okay. You get what I'm saying? So these kind of things, you have to look for it outside of just where it is in the physical. Let's say love. Okay. You know, I've been single the majority of my life. And sometimes I get to a point of like, oh, even though I like love being, you know, I'm Aquarius, so I like enjoy being chilling by myself. So that doesn't mean though I don't want companionship, you know. And so it puts me to a place of sometimes like, well, maybe, you know, what's going on? What's going on? Like my past relationship wasn't really working. And I have to look, okay, I want this physical love. Do I have different areas of love and compassion in the spirit? How is my compassion to myself? Okay, I'm very self-compassionate now. I've went through a lot of lessons. My last partner showed me that I need to be compassionate with myself because they weren't. Okay, but that's a lesson I'm glad I went through because now I know how to be compassionate with myself now. Okay, so then I see that love. Where else do I see compassion around me? Okay, I have a compassion for a lot of different things. Okay, and people show me compassion in a lot of different ways. It might not be in a partnership way like I'm thinking, but I see compassion in a lot of different ways. So if I can see love in a lot of other ways other than this, that means that love is right around the corner for me. Period. Okay, whatever it is. Okay, so that hopefully that helps out with that. I saw a question that seemed kind of juicy. How do you approach your demons in the spiritual world? Okay, so yeah, when we talk about demons and demonic and that kind of stuff, let me just do a quick little. So, um, demonic, sin, these kind of things. These are things that are emotions, okay? Um, that, like, think about the seven deadly sins: greed, you know, lust, all these things, okay? And they are momentary unless you live them fully out. Okay. So let's say like you know, when I was in my 20s in certain areas, okay, when I was in that poverty situation and family was not helping out, before I trusted and sat back and like was calm, I was jumping into greed. I was doing everything I could to get money. That was the main thing I was focused on, the main emotion. Every time I was waking up, I was thinking about it, going to sleep thinking about it. Okay. That was me lost in that. Okay. But what did I do? I had to gain awareness of that, put the light in that dark area. Okay. And first find love for that. By if you have something you're trying to change, it's not going to change by like, oh, I hate this about myself. Let me like, I have to get rid of this. How would you, that's not going to work. Okay. That's resisting it. All right. You got to love it. Okay. Why are you like that? Okay. Why did not having money make me desperate about money? I grew up seeing my parents desperate about money. Okay. I grew up in a society where a lot of people are desperate for money. I grew up where every YouTube video they're talking about all the things you need to do to make money. Okay. And so I'm thinking, oh my God, I got to do all these things. I have to do all these things. Okay. And I grew up around people that told me you'll never make it in this field. So when things got tough, That's where I came from. So of course those are going to be things that that are going to come up. Let me not shame myself and feel like a bad person for feeling these things. I couldn't control half that. I was indoctrinated into that. Let me find love for that. So now when that desperate energy comes up, I can look back and say, okay, let me discern. Is this needed, or am I being desperate right now? Let me be aware of these demons, okay? Because everything, the truth, one thing can be true and untrue at different times, okay? There could be times when desperation is needed. Let's say I have children and one of my children is missing, okay, or something like that. That's desperate energy I would have. So am I going to shame that desperation? No. Desperation there's point in it, okay, or desperate for more knowledge. Okay, many times in my readings, I get to a point of desperation to help, like, oh my God, spirit, okay, let's see what we can do. If I was to repress and like suppress that energy of desperation, even though it is negative and it can put me in a place of lack if I get succumb by it, desperation is not always negative. Okay, let's talk about anger. Okay, some people are literally living their life to out of spite of someone. Not saying that that doesn't motivate on and off. Okay, but there are some people that literally are every action they're doing is to prove someone wrong. Okay, when you're living from an emotion, okay, because when you're not living from an emotion, the life is peace, chill, like you just kind of when you're being caught into by an emotion, okay, lust or anger, these kind of things, it's not about, this is why I don't like people that shame people for watching porn, okay, or for sexuality or being overly sexual. I don't shame that because when you restrict anything, it makes it worse. Period. Okay. Even with drugs and things like that, people that are stuck and addicted to those things, if they don't run from that and like embrace it and find love for it, okay, why am I like this? Let me find love for this. Okay. Not saying love and just stay in the pattern. No. But let me find understanding and love for this part of myself. And then we can move forward and things can open up. Things will become way less intense when you have understanding for it, okay? Low self-confidence situations. Where did you learn that from? Okay? I have many reasons why. I was bullied, all kind of stuff for majority of my life until mid-20s, okay? So of course, when I put myself out there in a different way, I might feel, ooh, I might be cast out for this, okay? But then I have to sit, honor that. All right, I understand. Younger Crane. That makes sense. We were cast out for this, but now I have discernment in a different way. Let me see. Will we be cast out for this, or do I even care if we're cast out for this? Now I can take different discernment and look at that and say, okay, this feeling's coming up. I honor it. I honor it. It makes sense why I would feel this way. Okay. And that's what our bodies really want, is just to feel justified anyway. When you're talking to somebody, you're going through something. Don't you hate those people that instantly give you like, oh girl, why are you doing that? You need to do this. Oh girl, if you just did this, da 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 da. Like they don't ever sit and want to change and like try to figure stuff out. Okay. What's the first thing you are looking for? This is what I try to give to people. The first thing. Let me try to listen and be where you're at. Let me listen. So you're going through this. Oh girl, that's a lot. Are you okay? I know that's a lot you're going through, right? Yeah, bro, that's a fucking lot I'm going through. I'm like, okay. Well, you pushing through, but like, what else is going on? Let's let me see your emotions before we get to the solving and stuff. Let's feel that out. Let's get it out. Let's vent it out a little bit. You need to feel heard. That's what people. Our emotions need to feel heard. Okay. Then once they're heard, and we're like, yeah, this is a lot of times people are suffering because they just need somebody to tell them, yeah, you're really going through all that. That fucking sucks. That really, you're so strong for going through that because that fucking sucks. Like, that's so hard. But we don't get that a lot of times because we have to tell that to ourselves. Many times, people, we don't even, that happens to me so many times. I'll be going through so much, and people will know it, but nobody's reaching out. Nobody's really looking to see what's going on. Okay. And I have to say, you know what? Even if nobody else understands this, this is some of the hardest shit I've ever been through. And a lot of people don't necessarily go through things like this. So I'm gonna be here for myself. This is really fucking real. Okay. Now, am I gonna get stuck in this? Like, oh my God, this is really fucking real. Like, I'll never get out of this. No, this is what we gotta turn it around. Okay. And remember who we are. Okay. Yeah, this is funny. I mean, funny. I'm reading the comment. Yeah, this is difficult and this is tough. But what is this showing me? I'm telling y'all, all of my confidence came from not the positive things, but the tough aspects of things. Okay? My confidence as a dancer. I did not win anything growing up, y'all. I was in the back. I went to a new dance studio at 17. They put me in the classes with the 6 year olds at 17. The only one with the 6 year olds. You know how embarrassing that was? And I'm like 6 foot tall with 6 year olds. Okay. But at 17, I've been dancing since I was 6. Okay. 11 years of dance. You go to a new dance studio, they say, ooh, you need to be back to the basics. Okay. Went to that. Worked, worked, worked. By the end of the year, I was the most known as the most, what's it called? Most improved. So we were working. Then I stayed and competed more, trained with the person to work harder. Okay. There were so many opportunities when they would bring in agents and they wouldn't even invite me in, y'all. Okay. Everybody else in my group, we're the same age, we're 18. Why am I not getting the agent? They're like, oh, you're too green. You're not, it's not gonna work for you. Okay, so I had to sit there with that, right? Then I worked my fucking ass off, okay? Then was able to go to New York in one of the best dance colleges in the world, right? And because of the hard work, okay, and the basics and all of that, and didn't not giving up, got to this school, and I was still at the bottom of this school, okay. So I had to work and push and push. And the thing is, now my confidence in dance is not because I can do certain things it's because I have been through pain that many people have not. Many people got it easy. Okay. And a lot of people that got it easy growing up, they're not even dancing anymore. Their life is a hot mess. Okay. They're like falling all apart. Okay. So you got to look at these tough situations and say, you know what? I made it through this shit. I'm making it through this stuff. Many people would give up. Many people aren't even, don't even have the courage to step out on faith ever. I'm stepping out on faith. I'm seeing what happens. I'm taking a risk from what my heart wants from me. That is admirable. You know how sexy that is? Okay. Somebody that like wants more for themselves and doesn't know how it's gonna happen, but trust themselves and like trust that they can make it happen and pushing through and working hard but still wanting something. That shit will have me like, oof, oof, yes, come here. Okay. Same with the divine. When we want something and we're taking risk and we're trusting the divine, okay, this is what I want. Send me a sign. Is this what you want from me? It is okay. Let me keep going. Let me be obedient. Let me listen. This is how I was able to get $8,000. Like the divine is always hooking me up after a struggle, y'all. I'm telling you. I am telling you. Okay. I'm telling you. Okay. Every time I go through something and I continue through, many times we don't get through because we just get stuck in it. And then that's the thing that sucks though. Once you start the lesson, you can't get out of it. That's why many people are like, oh, I want something and then I gave up, but like, my life's been hard ever since. The divine is still holding you to what you said you wanted. It's part of your path. Okay, whether you want it or not, and you giving up, they're gonna keep pushing you for it. Okay, so this is why we got to keep continuing forward and making it through the other side. Okay, and loving on the parts of yourself that are down. Okay, think about anger as well. Okay, this is something that we could be shamed for, gaslit for, standing up for ourselves. Oh, you said that in such a rude way. Oh my God, you ghosted me. Okay. Anger can be tough. I grew up not wanting to be angry and not wanting to show that side of myself because I grew up in a military family, Southern Baptist family. My father could be very aggressive. I saw a lot of yelling. Okay, I was hit and all kind of stuff. Okay, so I didn't want to be like that. I told myself I will never be aggressive. I will never yell at anybody. I will never, do anything in that way, which was not honoring the fullness of anger. There's beauty in anger. Now, it can be used in the wrong way, like I saw. Okay, so that is true. I don't want to be abusive to others with my anger. Okay, and I've worked on that to not be that. But at the same time, though, anger and passion is the only thing that allows you to keep moving forward sometimes. You get what I'm saying? When I know my self worth the most and when I know my boundaries, when I'm angry. Thank you. Who put that in the chart? The scales. Aries, the energy of anger, is opposite of Libra, peace. Okay, so thank you, J Royalty. To get into an energy of true peace and harmony, you have to first sit with yourself and defend yourself at times. Okay, anybody who's biblical, okay, not saying religious, but anybody who's biblical, it talks about no weapon formed against me shall prosper. But then it says, in any tongue that rise up against me in judgment, I shall condemn. Okay. It also means you need to speak on stuff. Okay. Certain times in my life, I've been in lessons because I was too meek. I was too modest. I tried to turn my head too much, and I was being put in situations that were just disrespectful to me. You know what I'm saying? We gotta, yes, Brandon, we gotta jump into the anger, okay? Because once you really feel it, it doesn't overpower you. You can use it when needed, okay? That's the energy of someone that's truly evolved in their emotions. They use their shadow when needed. You get what I'm saying? There are certain times when I have to be a little bit more upfront with my darker energy, okay? When I'm going through a tough lesson, okay? Let's say, oh, thank you, Brew. Let's say, all those lessons of faith and stuff. I was telling you, I'm thinking that until the day of you're gonna get evicted and then you get $8,000. You think I was being meek to stay through that? I had to use all the strength and all the fire in me to be able to stand through that. Okay, so don't let people tell you that the divine is all about keeping it light, keeping it cute, never expressing the anger. Because look at life lessons. Are they always sweet and cute to you? No. The divine is real. The divine is about it. If anybody's ever did you wrong, I've seen people go through some real interesting things. My last job, they were treating me so disrespectful, and also they were they were saying some racist comments. It was a Mexican dance company I was working for. They said some comments. Okay, I came on a Zoom one time. They were talking about me. Okay, and so when I left and took this leap of faith, which ended up with me blowing up on TikTok. Okay, again, spirit, they reward you when you take a leap of faith. Okay, and trust yourself. All right. Within a week of me quitting y'all from that job, why did three other people resign? And now the person who worked over me had to quit their other job and become full time to take over the person who was working over me because everybody under them left. You get what I'm saying? So it also, the divine not only blesses and hooks you up when you work with them, they also defend your battles for you. Okay? So the divine is doing that, removing all those people and making that person kind of suffer for what they did to me. Why are we supposed to be super sweet and kind all the time? Not all the time. Sometimes. I'm not saying be out here crashing out, and whatever seeds you plant, you will reap. Okay, so I'm not saying plant seeds of vengeance and all that. Okay, but righteous anger, I don't have no problem with righteous anger. There's been many times where someone's gotten me effed up and I had to say something about it. And later on, they saw what I said. Karma came and blocked, and they realized, "Oop, he was right." Or they told me to my face, "Yeah, you honestly, you had me. I'm glad you said that." Okay. I appreciate it sometimes when I'm in a situation. Sometimes I don't understand things. Okay. When I came home recently, I was so excited to be home and see my friends. I was like moving around and doing the most. And I was staying with my sister, and she wanted to understand my schedule. And I had over planned things, and I just like couldn't tell her things because I was so excited. And she was like, "Bitch, I'm gonna need you to figure it out. What are you doing? Like, you're home. I know you're excited, but like, hello." And I was like, "Girl, I'm so sorry. Thank you for getting me together." I'm glad she did. Otherwise, she would have kept that in, had inner resentments, and then we would have ended up with something because she didn't feel the need to say it. But I'm glad she did. You get what I'm saying? We have to embrace all aspects of ourself. Okay? Not shade none of it. Lust, people like to shade that. And that's because a lot of people are out here not satisfied. Okay, sexually. That's really what it is. Okay. People mad. That's really what it is. Because you can satisfy, it ain't even saying with anybody else, you can satisfy yourself. Okay. Lust is something we need to look at. All these shadow things that people are saying are the end all be all. There's so many people on here. Like, if you watch, corn, if you touch yourself, this going, you're in deep sand, and like, no, 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 no. Well, personally, touching myself has allowed me to manifest a lot in my life. Personally, my dancing is now way better because of understanding my sexuality and what feels right to me. Personally, I couldn't fully be my full self until I was my sexual self fully as well. Okay, you can't be fully liberated if some areas are restricted. Okay, come on, gift. Yes, Brandon. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the rose. I love the roses, y'all. Oh, I love a rose. I love a rose. I'm telling y'all, flowers are everything. I buy so many flowers for myself. Okay, I have so many flowers in here. But anyways. So we gotta embrace these things, okay? And like, there's so many people where, even after my father passed, I started smoking cigarettes. Okay, I also was dating somebody that was French, so it kind of coincided. And the thing is, I ended up finding a connection to cigarettes that helps me at times because of that. And I had so many people shaming me because I danced. They're like, "How could you smoke cigarettes? Oh my God, that's so toxic." Like, all of that. Okay. Now, is it the best thing ever for you? No. But you know what else is bad? Also is bad? Thinking negatively about yourself. Okay? Don't let these people out here yelling at you for stuff. Because the same people who told me, oh my God, don't do that, don't do that, they have the worst mental health. Which one is worse? Me smoking cigarettes or me not believing in myself and not loving people, not being compassionate? I think I can take a cigarette. Okay? Like, don't let people be out here overly like, okay? Because the thing about it is, your body is intelligent and life is intelligent. Okay. Anytime I smoke too many cigarettes, my body literally like wants to vomit, and I know. Let me put that down. I can't even look at one. Okay. I haven't had one in a couple days because I was like, let me calm down. Okay. Your body will let you know. Okay. When my father passed as well, it was sudden, and I was very very sad and went through many nights of like drinking a lot. Okay. And towards the end of that, I got to a point where I was so sick of like that. Now I can't drink that much. I can have maybe 2 drinks max before my stomach gets upset. Okay. So you got to let people go through their situations. If I never would have gotten that far, then it would have stayed a hindrance. If I never would have let myself smoke to the point where I wanted to vomit, I would have never understood that. And like now I don't have that anymore. If I would have kept restricting, it would be keeping me from that. Okay. Life is protective. Okay. And it will let you see certain things. Sometimes we have to learn certain things in those experiences. Do you get what I'm saying? Like it makes sense. You know, I had, even though I made my video about like no casual sex. Okay, like I believe that. You know, with like the merging of things, but there are some periods in your life where that is okay. I had a couple whole phases, just being real. Okay, and that helped me discover more about my sexuality, discover more about what it really means to me, help me discover more about and become more confident in myself, to feel admired and adored in different ways. Now, am I on that level now? Not necessarily. Like, I don't need that validation anymore. But there was a time for it. And if I would have over suppressed myself at a young age, I wouldn't be where I'm at now. You get what I'm saying? So we gotta, that's hopefully that helps with the understanding of like the shadow and like, yes, the roses. Thank y'all. Hopefully that helps though with like the understanding. Also, make sure you're liking. I mean, not liking. Y'all are liking, following. If you aren't following, make sure you're following for more of these. Y'all, hold on. I'm trying to drink the water and I got distracted. Make sure you're following for more of these lives. I'm going to be bringing these more and more and more. Okay. This is my third one. I'm trying to do it like hopefully every other day or so, but like because I feel like especially now through November we need it. Okay, the energy is crazy, and I want to be here to answer any questions or anything. Also, if you want to support me, there is Cash App. Okay, I can't put the comments, but if somebody could, Cash App, it's the Waterbearers Tea. Okay, PayPal, Venmo as well. I would always love that. If I'm pouring into you. If not, as well, liking, sharing, checking out my content, that kind of stuff, y'all. Love it, love it, love it. Um, Generosity all around. Okay. Um, yeah, because there's a lot, especially if you're on the TikTok, check out the YouTube because there's over 1,000 videos on all of these things I'm talking about. Okay. So a lot of resources. If you're not able to get a reading yet, you know what I mean? If you're not able to buy a product, I have courses as well. Astrology for parents and teachers. Are you a parent? Are you a teacher? Do you want to know how to up level that based on your personal chart? I got a course. Okay. I have a course for people pleasers. If you want to know how to boost that up and work on that and heal that and look at that, even with astrology, I got you. Okay. You just gotta check out what I offer. I offer a lot of stuff, and then all the stuff I offer is from things that I needed for myself. So if you're like me in any way, if any of these stories relate to you, these things may help you if you need that resource. Okay. I have a lot of free content for those that can't purchase anything. I have the stuff that's not that expensive for those that can. The readings for you if you really got a little bit more coin, and then premium counseling if you really want to invest. Boom. Okay. So that's that on that. Just make sure you're staying tuned and all that. I also am trying to really get my Etsy page up. I only have 6 followers right now on Etsy, y'all. Like, and so if y'all could hit the Etsy up after the live, it's just in my link tree, the little E. I would love that follow because then you'll be able to see anytime I drop new products, my oil's coming up very soon. Anything like that. Okay. I also, anytime I do any promotional readings, randomly I'll do readings. I don't like to devalue, like, I don't know. I don't know if you noticed. I don't want to like brag or anything, but I feel like I offer very valuable information. So I'm not about to like do a whole bunch of like sales and stuff like that. You get what I'm saying? Because then that devalues me. But occasionally we do a little sale. We do a little sale, a little clip sale or something like that. So that will be on the Etsy. Okay. But I hope that's helping y'all. I hope this is helping y'all out. I'm glad y'all are on for um this Monday. And what other questions y'all got? I got probably another. I probably could be on here another 30 minutes or so. I've just been kind of chilling today. I take the majority, like Mondays I just have late night. Oops. I actually, oh my God, y'all, I'm so slow. I literally have a reading right now. It started 5 minutes ago. Oh my gosh. Not me just realizing, because I changed the time and I'm like, so I actually let me just, hold on, I'll be right back, y'all. Okay, word. Oh my God, I never do that. I'm like, that is so. Okay. All right, we back. So sorry, y'all. I never do that, but this is the premium counseling where with normal readings, it's set up on my website, so it's like a scheduler. But with premium counseling, since it's more like personal to you, you message me when you want a reading, and we just kind of set it up whenever. And so I set that one up, and it's Pacific time, and I just got my times mixed up. I also didn't know I would be on here this long. I've been on here like 150 minutes, like almost 3 hours. But I just text them, and it's all good. They're giving me 10 minutes to kind of close things out and move on and start their reading. But I hope this has been helpful, y'all. I hope this has been helpful. And it helped you out with the houses I spoke about with surrendering. This time is going to be really real. November is going to be really interesting. Okay, if you're thinking you want things to calm down and be at peace, wait till at least we get December. Okay, because November we have the full moon conjunct Uranus, which is going to be destabilizing, but it's for us to liberate and really upwork our self-worth. And if you don't want that to be chaotic, the tip is to start to upgrade your self-worth now. Really start to improve that even more. Now, even if you already have, grow it more. Okay. Saturn's going direct right around the same full moon in November. This is now the karma's going to play out. We've done a lot of work internally to reworking things. Now we can make things happen and we can really push out. Okay. With Saturn. Okay. But Saturn is slow. His energy's slow until he goes direct. So the energy is slow right now and heavy. Okay. So just keep moving forward as much as possible. All right. And then we have Pluto going into Aquarius right at the same time as this full moon conjunct Uranus and with Saturn going direct. Okay. And like I said before, Aquarius is ruled by Uranus and Saturn. So for both these planets to be very active right now when Pluto's moving into Aquarius, ruled by those two, this is how it's all connected. Okay, and Aquarius is all about liberation and breaking free. So a lot of people are going to be breaking free into new things very soon. But we gotta just keep putting through the work and going through the lessons, and hopefully me sharing the chart can help y'all out so you know what to look for. Again, if you need help with that, you know where to reach out. And yeah, that's what I got y'all. Check out again all the videos that I've been sharing, all the playlists and series. If you seek, you will find. I'm sure there's some advice and some things for you on my videos, on TikTok or YouTube especially. Oh, thank you for the comments, y'all. And then if, again, you really feel called, what I do on live, this is like 10% of what I do in a reading. It gets really crazy. We share the screen, cards, everything. So if you ever feel for that, I got you on that as well. So, and all the information is in my link tree in my bio. Okay. My readings, the different kinds. I have 3 main types of readings. My premium counseling, I'm looking for 5 clients for November. Okay. Once it books up, it books up. And then my courses, classes as well. Okay. I just taught a class yesterday about improving your intuition. Okay, sorry if you missed that out and you wanted that. Another class is coming about adorning yourself in the spirit. So yeah, y'all gotta head out. jump into reading time. Um, and I love y'all. Talk to y'all later. Hope you enjoyed this live. Make sure you're following and just continuing to just stay engaged, okay? Because this is not even really for me. This is fun, but I really want to make sure that I'm sharing information that's helping y'all. Because all the stuff I'm sharing has really changed my whole life. So, deuces. I will talk to y'all later. Um, and yeah, y'all have a gorgeous start to the week. It's gonna. Oh, real quick, Venus is squaring Saturn right now, y'all. Venus is squaring Saturn right now. Okay, so the energy is a little bit restrictive. Okay, so just keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. If you want more information on that, get a reading or Google that. Okay, but I'll talk to y'all later. I gotta go. Gotta go. Let me end on YouTube. Much